Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Tuesday morning or afternoon or evening, wherever the hell you are. We are back with another episode of SEN Live this morning. I'm excited to be sitting in the host chair again for my boss and my brother, Christian Harloff, who's handling Schmoedown Entertainment Network business. We got a great group of people on today. Going to be a lot of opinions flying back and forth. I know it, and I can't wait to get into all of it. Let's introduce everybody here. First, coming to us live from snowy Boston, Roxy Striar, how are you?
Fucking freezing here, John. Effing freezing here. I'm good. I'm the one warm thing about this state.
I love it. And then down there looking all studious, Ben Goddard, how are you, Ben?
I'm great. I've needed these blue light glasses because my eyes are going to fall out of my head.
Yep. I feel your pain, my man. Right next to him, the talented and very funny Brett Sheridan, who got some kind of writing on his hat. What is that?
I don't even know. I just have lots of hats, and I just put them on.
All right.
Roxy reminded me I got to have my wife turn the AC on. It's getting a little hot in here.
Whoa. You also going to remind her that I'm ready to go? I mean, I didn't get a response.
Right?
Back that time,
Listen, stop. You're making me blush. I said if I was single, I'd be there in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
I'd fly in these conditions.
Wow. So rude to not text somebody back. Okay.
And someone who is not new to flying to get a little action. Winston A. Marshall, how are you, Winston? How are things?
You just gonna put my business out there? I told you that story in confidence.
I thought we were talking about this stuff.
I mean, look, I am a nearly married man, sir. You can't just be out here in these streets putting my business from the past out there just for the world to hear. What
my
the
apologies.
fuck? I know that one time I almost ruined your engagement, but bruh, like, can you chill? Like, Jesus.
Sorry about it. I'm just trying to give you some props. Over there, Alex Marzoña. You're in love with KFC. I see behind you there. I gotta love it.
Oh, yeah.
How are you?
I got my friend Colonel Sanders in the background with me today, hanging out. So I am ready to be seduced by him this weekend on Lifetime.
I think it's seduced, but all right, I'll take seducted.
Whatever.
Why not?
I want to be seduced by everyone. Yeah.
Seduced.
Ryan Nilsen, you're looking nice. I like to pull over. What's going on?
Thank you.
How
I'm
are
rocking
you?
the brown sweater today. It's really
How'd
cold.
the Eagles do, Ryan?
God.
Oh my
took
God.
2
Wow.
seconds.
Wow.
How'd the Steelers do?
Washington football team. Hey-o.
Bro, do you know what this means? That means each one of us in the NFC East, except for the Eagles, gets to beat up on a team. This is amazing. The Giants took out the Seahawks. The Washington football team took out the Steelers. I mean, we beat the Vikings, but I think we're gonna beat the Ravens today. Oh my God! And the Eagles gonna sit up there looking like trash. It'll be amazing.
James.
Just start Hurts.
Who knows? Jalen Hurts might lead them on a 4-game winning streak. You never know. Crazier things have happened, like the Patriots still being in playoff contention.
The
It's
Patriots
crazy.
had an excellent game on Sunday. It was lovely to watch.
How does Cam Newton throw 69 yards and you all win 45-0? I don't understand this
I
logic.
mean, it was our defense just completely annihilated. I have not seen defense be able to shut down another team like that in so long. It felt like watching the old Patriots. I don't know how anybody can watch this and not say that Belichick is the greatest coach of all time. He has taken one of the least talented teams I've seen in a while and made them somewhat decent. It is truly wild what he's able to do.
Absolutely a fair point. Absolutely. But we got but we're not here to talk about sports just yet. We got a lot of entertainment news to get into. Before we do, just want to remind you all, Streamlabs, Super Chats, Schmoebots, this is how we all keep coming back every day. And look at this stellar panel that you have in front of you today. A lot of talented people here. So please send in your support, your Streamlabs, Super Chats, Schmoebots. Send them in. You know, we try to hit at least $500 every day, but we'd like to do that. We'd like to break that $1,000 ceiling when we can. So if you can donate today, send in some love. If not, definitely subscribe and share this video. And don't forget, like it. Yes, thank you, Ben. Thank you. And Schmoedown Spectacular says happening Saturday, five stellar matches are happening. You can get it as a solo thing. 6 matches now? I thought it was 5. I was told 5. Are there 6?
Bro, there are 4 championships, and then there's Jericho playing Brittany Young, and then there's Sheridan playing against Smith. What are you talking about?
Is that 6? All right.
It's a co-main event, right, Rox?
Oh, it's a co-main event? All right, it's co-main event. There you go.
I'm gonna grab my coffee, guys. I'll be right
Wait,
back.
I'm just curious. Of those 6, how many am I in?
Too many. It's the problem.
Ooh, wow.
Like clearly, you have nothing to do with your life. That's
swagger already. All right,
bombs
6
dropped. Boom.
stellar matches. 6 stellar
For
matches.
Modi, it's Shannon and Winston. For Modi, it's Shannon and Winston. And then in a distant third, it's Coy. Are you guys stupid?
Wow. All right.
Somebody is big.
So it's $9.99 on Schmoedownlive.com. Go get your one-time ticket, or if you want, subscribe at the $10 and above level on Patreon, and then you get it for free. All the pay-per-view events you get for free every month. So those are the things you can do. 6 stellar matches, as Winston corrected me on. 6 stellar matches, 4 championship matches, and 2 singles matches. But stars from inside the Schmoedown and outside the Schmoedown, all a part of this thing. Chris Jericho, Brittany, all these people who made their bones outside the Schmoedown. Kevin Smith now coming in to have their fun with some of the stars in the Schmoedown. So it's a great next step in the evolution of the Schmoedown. So come and enjoy this one, and I guarantee you're going to enjoy every single match. It's going to be awesome. So, all right, there we go. Let's get into our first big news story. This is a huge one, Alex. Everyone's been talking about it. A lot of pundits, critics, reviewers, and fans going at each other on social media yesterday about this. Please, let's start it off.
All right, so Christopher Nolan is one of many to speak out against Warner Brothers' move to release their 2020 films theatrically and on HBOMAX. Nolan says, "Some of our industry's biggest filmmakers and most important movie stars went to bed the night before thinking they were working for the greatest movie studio and woke up to find out they were working for the worst streaming service. Warner Brothers had an incredible machine for getting a filmmaker's work out everywhere, both in theaters and in the home, and they are dismantling it as we speak. They don't even understand what they're losing. Their decision makes no economic sense, and even the most casual Wall Street investor can see the difference between disruption and dysfunction. The move, said to please the AT&T and big Warner Media higher-ups, is now affecting various agencies, guilds, and WB's talent base. WB has plans for compensating Wonder Woman 1984 key players, but what of those of all 17 films on their 2021 slate? Many of those creators and talent were shocked by the sudden move, and the fallout of the legendary studio's decision will continue to be felt. Rocha, what do you think of more filmmakers and talent speaking out against Warner Brothers?
Look, things are changing. What are you going to do? You got to, promote what you want to promote about your opinion on this situation. I think Nolan is standing for filmmakers and standing for whatever, but also Nolan is a little bit complicit in this situation. So it rings hollow, some of its words, in my opinion. This idea of, these filmmakers, they went to sleep and woke up to the worst.
Jake_I donated
it was just a little too crybaby for
Ben
me.
and Winston throwing shade to any team when they're Cowboys fans is hilarious. Love you, Roxy, but puppy the Patriots.
Thank you.
Hey, Alex.
Come at me, bro. You think I give a fuck? First of all,
Right?
I said we
It's
trash.
fun to take swings from the bottom, baby. We got nothing to lose.
And what the fuck I got to lose? I already lost everything. You think I give a fuck? Second of all, I said we trash. I openly admit that shit. Third of all, it's all good. The whole of the NFC East is trash, but you have to give props to the Giants and the fucking Washington football team for taking out 2 behemoths in the game right now. I give props where they're due, but also the Eagles ruined Carson Wentz. That must suck ass, doesn't it, Ryan?
What does puppy the Patriots mean?
It'll censor out curse words, Roxy.
Right.
Yeah,
Ryan's
it said fuck the
snickers.
Patriots. It said fuck the Patriots.
Ryan's
like,
gonna get.
But puppy the Patriots.
I like that.
I'm brewing.
Ducked the Patriots.
Ryan
doing?
hates me.
What's worse, to puppy the Patriots or unicorn them? What's the worst one?
unicorn
that
is
they
It's
use?
like unicorn them, because
I think
unicorn
I would
still
puppy
sounds
the
like
hell
fuck
out of the
them.
Patriots. Definitely.
I'd rather puppy the Patriots.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of swinging from the bottom, Nolan went on to say all this kind of stuff. It just was, for me personally, I thought, listen, Warner Brothers put out your movie because you pushed to put it out. You risked people's lives to put out your stupid ass movie in the middle of the summer when it could have waited. And now that it blew up in your face, now you're going to come at me and be like, oh, I want to defend the filmmakers in this world. And I want to defend the artists in this world from this conglomerate and whatever. And I know more about Wall Street and about these than these AT&T people and the Warner Media. It's ridiculous. He's playing both sides, bashing the streaming service when everyone knows Peacock is the worst streaming service. And it's just frustrating to me on so many levels to see a director like this step out like this, push a company, then bash that same company that catered to his needs in the middle of the summer. So what do you all think?
Peacock released today that they have 26 million new subscribers, by the way, Rocha. How that's possible, I have no idea.
I know, that's interesting.
I have
yeah,
no
that's
idea.
Premier League.
I feel like it's only possible in the world in which we lie about things. But
That's the thing. We need to, if we're going to do this, we need to be able to release, like, streaming services need to be, like, presidentially forced to release their numbers, like their subscriber numbers, their streaming numbers, because you know what we got to release box office numbers. You got to give us the numbers, like if these movies are successful or not, because otherwise is 2021, like, are we ever going to know if any Warner Brothers movie made money?
Did it work?
Yeah, did it work?
It worked. I really don't know, Ben. I think it's a great point because what our measuring system has been thus far is not going to work for next year. So when I say things like, I don't know whether Warner Brothers is making the right decision here, what I mean by that is I don't know if I'll ever know if they made the right decision. Right? I don't know that I'll ever know. I don't even know. I don't know that they'll ever even be able to fully gauge, was this the right decision?
We still don't know if Mulan was a good idea. Like
it seems like no, but
it seems like no, but we still don't.
Yeah, totally. I do think in life in general, adapt or die. That seems to be the way the industry is, adapt or die. So I can't sit here having no idea what it's like to be Warner Brothers and say that they have made the wrong decision. And obviously we're going to be talking more about communicating with your partners and making sure that when you make a decision that everybody's involved in that decision. But I don't know that it is the wrong decision that they made. What I do know is that Christopher Nolan to me is one of the best directors alive. And I wish he would keep his trap shut about this stuff because it makes it like a little frustrating to support him.
He's been self-serving on both sides, Roxy. It's frustrating.
It is frustrating. I love him. I love his art. As a human being, would I ever want to grab a beer with him? Only if he only promised to talk to me about the TDK trilogy and nothing else. Like under no other circumstances, because he seems like kind of an ass.
But it wouldn't be a Coors Light. It would be one of these. Yeah, it'd be one of those high-end beer places. It wouldn't be no Coors Light. You'd be going to some kind of high end where they.
I was looking for some PBR, and he made me have some crafty. And it was just like,
oh yeah, you would definitely be having like some barrel aged IPA. Like, it'd be terrible.
Absolutely.
Wait,
absolutely.
is Sam Adams actually like good in Boston, or is that just kind of like, oh, we don't actually like that? That's
we love it. We love it.
Okay.
Queef Sutherland donated $20.
Thank you, Queef.
Totally disagree with you, Rocha. Other filmmakers have also decried this decision by HBO. They made this decision on their own without consulting their business partners like Legendary, and so they are burning so many bridges.
But think
Ryan
about that.
White donated $20.
Thank you, Ryan.
Star Wars Inner Geekdom singles and teams tournaments have all been amazing. Thank you to all the competitors, managers and crew who have made this possible. So excited for the spectacular. Hi, Roxy.
Hi.
Before you answer that, Rocha, let me ask you a question, because this was my opinion on it. I was under the guise when this first happened that Warner had talked to everybody to wake up to a press release.
Right.
This is no disrespect to you or to Rox, because I know what you guys went through. That was so rough this year at the start of the year. How shitty was that to find out from a fucking tweet that your entire whatever you're doing was just happening without any warning, without any sort of like.
No, that was really fun.
But I would say the two situations are different, though.
Check your Twitter, Roxy.
I would say the two situations. One was a self-involved vaping idiot who didn't understand what he had and was barely paying attention to his big company and his business.
I actually adore him, so I'm not on that page.
Yeah,
just throw that out there.
That's fair. That's my opinion. The other is an entire company which has board meetings and conversations. And listen, we all know studios and filmmakers and actors sometimes can lie for PR purposes or whatever. They're saying Warner Brothers surprised them with it. Do we really know that Warner Brothers didn't say, hey, this is a possibility, this might really happen in the future? We don't know. Or is this all face saving to look like the victims in this situation to engender sympathy from the fans? I don't know. And that's why I don't 100% trust studios either way, or filmmakers either way, because Hollywood is full of people PRing their way out of situations all the time.
Here's what we do know. We do know that we have this little voice in our heads from Alex, and it's from about 18 minutes ago, and it's, dear guys, don't forget we're doing 2 separate clip outs of these segments. Love, Alex.
Right.
It's true.
Yeah, but they're connected, so you got to touch on it. There we go. Yeah,
the only reason that I'm giving no credit to Christopher Nolan at all. Like, I'm saving my true opinion on him in case he comes on the network or something like that, because we got to be somewhat professional. But his stock is
that why, Ben? You really won't say what you think because you're concerned that one day
that Christian. This is for the company, but he's like,
then why do
his
this?
Stock is so low. Like, he pushed so hard for his movie to save cinema, and it didn't do anything. And I literally tweeted out, I was like, someone make that Eric Andre meme with him shooting. What's that comedian's name? I can't think of his name.
Hannibal Buress?
Yeah, the Hannibal Buress meme. And it was just like Nolan shooting COVID safety and be like, why would HBOMAX do this? It's that's what Nolan is right now. But I will say that, remember when Patty Jenkins was like, we're never releasing this on streaming, and then boom, 2 months later it happened. Like, was Patty in on those meetings? Granted,
but that's my point. If this is a situation where they did talk about it, and it feels like Patty probably was talked to, just the way that she hasn't come out screaming about it or anything like that, that seems like a legitimate, this is a plan, we came up with this movie because we've been pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, and I think this works. But if it's honestly true, and Nolan could be blowing a bunch of smoke, but if it's honestly true, this idea that everybody, that their films that they were about to come out got 0 warning, I don't have a problem with Warner's plan. I think you evolve for the times. But in the same way that if you break up with someone via text or they find out from somebody else, that's fucking bullshit.
Find out from somebody else? No way.
Well, in this case, they found out from the news.
No, I'm saying that people have been broken up with by like you found.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
If you see your significant other making out with somebody in the club, or your friend sends you pictures of them making out with somebody, that's essentially being broken up.
That's a way. I have literally seen.
Me in the club. Bottles full of gold, my mind.
I actually can't wait for the pandemic to be able to Roxy in the club, because that is any indication of Roxy in the club. I am so excited.
I'm in the club.
There was a tweet that went around. I was like, we still haven't experienced
WAP in the club.
WAP in the club,
bro. WAP.
We don't deserve it. We don't deserve it right now, honestly.
No. It's not even that, bro. That is the true final sign of the apocalypse. WAP is gonna play, and just all hell is gonna break loose. Like, there's just the amount of like twerking and people that have practiced the WAP dance at home for TikTok is all gonna happen on the dance floor at the same time, and it's just gonna be one giant orgasm in the club.
Do you guys not have friends in Florida? This is exactly what they're doing there right now. I mean, WAP has been happening there nonstop.
Just to keep us on topic, why is it WAP? No, why is it WAP if the word ass is pronounced with an ass? So wouldn't it be WAP? That's all I'm saying.
It's a very fair point. Grammy
it's a valid point.
Grammy doesn't like that it's WAP either, because that is a slur. So
it is a slur.
Yes. Well,
it's spelled differently though, but yes.
It's WASP. Is that one?
No,
right?
Brett. For Italians, it's WOP.
Oh, that kind of.
It used to mean without papers.
God, we have so many horrible.
I bet
terms.
Elmo knew that.
I'm sure Elmo knew.
Yeah.
Bro, do y'all watch Big Mouth? Because I just started the new season, and they're literally just how little kids are assholes, and they just came up with these like one dude didn't shower for all of camp because he was scared of the other boys seeing he had a small penis.
Happened.
So he ended up smelling bad, and they're like, dude, you smell like a rank soup. So they started calling him soup. Like, that's the shitty thing, is we take that bullshit from childhood and then we take it into adults and come up with horrible things like without papers. Or like, I know I've had a lot of my Asian friends tell me that that FOB isn't a slur, but I was always raised that it was, so I don't really say that out loud. But like that being something like
friend of black person? No.
No. FOB like
no. Okay. You can
feet on bed was what we had camp. We had to have our feet on the bed.
It's the name of the TV show.
It's the name of the TV show. The TV show about the Asian family in Florida.
Oh,
that's supposedly a slur.
I didn't know
but
that.
A number of Asian people don't say that it
Damn.
isn't, but I just try not to say it unless I was talking about the show because I was just raised that it was.
I used to rely on Ryan to school me on these things because he grew up in Philly, and they know all those slangs and terms.
Guys, what is going on with Philly?
I was born in Philly. I know all about that shit.
Snowballs
so
to Santa.
I think what Winston's trying to say is that
in fake booze for your own quarterback when there's no one in the stands, Ryan.
You got a jail cell underneath the stadium.
We pumped in. Yeah, we do. That's
you guys didn't see that? It was like this, it was like the first or second game of Philadelphia, and they put in booze for Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
In the empty stadiums.
If we're ready to talk about what's actually happening with HBO and Legendary, I'm ready to break that down because I do think it's really interesting what's happening here. And I don't know the legitimacy of this 30 minutes before rumor that is being talked about. I know that we're hearing that like 30 minutes before they found out and then the actual thing was announced, which I don't know if that's true or not. But if you guys were Legendary at this point, are you suing? Or
are we making this move here, Alex? Like, maybe we need a little background.
Like Winston was just talking about it the whole time, so I didn't know whether or not that was our time to talk about it with the
I
girlfriend.
thought he was talking
in the
about
club.
racial slurs and stuff. So maybe I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like, does anyone else have anything to say on the Nolan situation? Ryan, you didn't chime in yet, and then we'll jump into Legendary as Roxy wants. What's the?
I mean, I think you know. You guys are looking at this maybe as a breakup. I don't really consider it as a breakup. Maybe it was just a break of trust between filmmakers and the company. If it is true that they didn't know, look, maybe in the contract it says that they can do whatever they want with the movie after they've made it. But at the same time, it looks like Patty Jenkins got a heads up and like it's coming out on Christmas. I look at this as just like, hey, Warner Brothers made a huge just move. Like they clearly didn't tell these directors because they didn't want word getting out that they were doing this. This was like a huge surprise.
Yeah.
And now
but it's,
all these other studios
do you
are
buy, Ryan, that a studio would commit as in essence harikari with the creative community, that they would essentially slice themselves up or kill themselves in this way? Because now creatives look at the studio and go, I don't want to go work for them. But that's not necessary. Do you really believe Warner Brothers would do this? Is a filmmaker friendly, actor friendly studio. Do you really believe they would do this without telling some of these filmmakers, especially Nolan? Or is this Nolan grandstanding yet again for himself?
I think this is both. I think the studio did do that.
That's fair.
I really do. These are the desperate times where studios are going to do stuff like this. And I look at this as this is a money decision, and now they're like, we're gonna totally catch all of our competitors off guard. We're gonna do this. Now Disney doesn't know what to do with Hulu, Disney Plus. Do we combine them? Do we not? Everyone's kind of got, they're all stumbling, they're all fumbling the ball and everything. And HBOMAX knows what they're doing. But yeah, you're right. You don't want to be the studio that has like Chris Nolan mad at you, right? Like one of the biggest directors, and now it's all these other directors as well. That is a calculated loss that I think they were willing to take, and I'm really curious to see how that pans out moving forward.
But like that's the thing, you didn't necessarily have to do that. Now, if you would come to them and you would talk to them about it, even if you would been like, it's ours to do with as we please distribution wise, so we're gonna do it. But you still have that hard conversation. Like, I think that's a different level of anger than blindsiding. You know what I'm saying?
Do you trust these directors to have not said anything or not let it leak? Do you really trust these directors?
I definitely think they would have said something. And I also think that studios can't live in fear of which directors will want to work with them. There are thousands of directors that would be great for every single project. There is no one director that is the only director for a movie that Warner Brothers is doing. But I think what?
My only counter to that is you are setting a tone though. So yes, you're right. You're not the only director. Like these aren't the only directors to work with. But now all of a sudden, the other directors that haven't worked with them go.
Winston, in no way am I disagreeing with you. I agree with that. I'm just saying that when we're sitting here saying, are we nervous that they're going to piss off Christopher Nolan? I don't think they give a flying fuck about pissing off Christopher Nolan on this one. I think they think if Christopher Nolan doesn't want to direct a Warner Brothers movie, then that's fine. We'll ask X, Y, Z, ABC, like so many other people. And I agree, as a creator, do I want to work with a studio that won't fill me in on things like this? That's a completely different conversation. But what the question being, did Warner Brothers care when they were saying this, that they were going to piss off the directors? As a business, I don't think they did care.
Yeah, but I guess pissed them off, honestly. Because they thought they had a big hit with Tenet, and they might have. But he pushed so hard in the middle of all this to get it in theaters that it flopped terribly.
Well, domestically, it didn't flop internationally overall, but domestically, you're absolutely right, Ben. That's why I think this is self-serving bullshit from Nolan. Yet again, stepping out ahead of this thing, trying to be the point person on this thing. But it was Warner Brothers who acquiesced to him, and in acquiescing to him, he bit their hand. And it's like, well, it's like Scorpion and the Frog. They were helping him across the water. Then the Scorpion stung the frog. So it's just like, why would you want to work with this guy anyway, Roxy? So I hear your point. Like, well, maybe they didn't give a flying fuck because they were mad about dealing with him all summer already. So they were like, screw it, we're going to do this. Because they actually put out his movie. He's fighting for these filmmakers who didn't even get it to come out. They actually put out his fucking movie.
But maybe he's the only one that can say this. I don't think any of the
other being unprofessional, but I'm saying my 2 cents on it.
Also, Tenet, real quick, Tenet cost $205 million and it's made 357.
Yeah,
so that's kind of a flop because if you're putting in that kind of
it's a flop overall.
Yes, trying to get to Billy. But I don't
think we can call any movie that makes money a flop.
But that's 205 production budget, Roger. I don't think that factors in advertising either.
I don't think so either. But I don't think that they did $150 million of advertising. Maybe they did. I'm just saying, I think we use that word too loosely. I would say it's definitely not successful for them.
That's fair. And also, you don't forget that they had to give more money to the theaters to exhibit the film, to show the film than normal. They had to give more of a cut to the theaters to show the film than they normally do. So they lost more money on that side as well, along with advertising. Yeah. Sorry, Winston, you cut off. You were saying?
No, it's all good. I mean, I was just, here's the only danger. I think that the only people that won this decision is the fans, in the sense that we have been clamoring for anything this year. And so to be told that we're finally going to get these movies we've been waiting on bated breath, and it's something that we need as a relief, that's amazing. And I'm glad that that's happening from that standpoint. But I'm literally thinking about the creatives, how that happened. I'm thinking about the fact that they already had to cut their lot. They've let go of so many people in the past year. They essentially, there's been left and right where it seems like the people that make Warner, I understand that what does it ultimately is the customer, but the people that make Warner to give you these products, you've either pissed them off, had to let them go. There's been like a number of ways that you have kind of alienated the community that made you. So I'm saying that's a dangerous move, in my opinion. You just had the second round of massive layoffs, and the next thing you're going to do is then piss off the people at the top, as far as the directors and the producers that wanted their film to potentially like see the light of day in theaters, at least not with talking to them. That's what I'm saying, is that this is interesting of a move from a business. You said from a business standpoint, we don't give a shit about those directors. Well, from a business standpoint, this is another situation where you've hurt people that helped with the business side of things.
Yeah.
That's my only point.
It is a pandemic. It is an unusual situation that I don't think we've ever experienced in terms of movies at the same time being as huge as they are. So maybe Warner Brothers decided, hey, we got to make this bold move at this moment to be the point person for this, or the point studio for these moves. And then down the road, it will break a few eggs and hurt some feelings. But down the road, in the long run, it'll work out better for us, because filmmakers will eventually turn to us, because we were the first people to make these moves and make these decisions and start moving forward. And Disney themselves said they were restructuring their entire studio to focus on streaming. And I didn't hear any directors go, they didn't tell me that, and so I wonder how much of that's involved too.
But that's because, and I know just from a number of like friends that like work for Disney, they give you a heads up before you even start that project that that's what their aim is. So that's
not open for discussion. This is happening.
But and you can make the decision if you want to get on or not. Like they're giving you the opportunity to make that decision yourself. And even if they made a split decision about any of these other movies, like doing it with Mulan and stuff, there's a talk and all that kind of stuff about what is best for everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's my only beef. I don't have a problem with them doing this. If they genuinely did not talk to the people that were involved in making these projects, that hurts my heart, and I think that's going to bite them in the butt. I hope it is just a 1-year thing, but it could potentially bite them in the butt. That's all.
Yeah.
I didn't know when RB3 was leaving the show.
Huh?
That's true. We didn't know when RB3 was.
RB3.
Hey, Ryan and Roxy, how does it feel to be left out of the glasses club today? By the way,
Sucks, man.
I
It
can
totally
see why.
sucks. I didn't even know.
We'll all
maybe you
have...
should give your eyes to Carson Wentz, bro.
I think that being in
Wow.
Oh, we broke
that's
him.
why you piss off the tech.
We broke him. Oh no.
Once and for all.
Just start
I
hurts.
totally feel what Winston is saying, but because being in this industry, for me at least, I don't know if you guys all feel the same way. I'm sure, Rocha, that you've had similar, because we've been next to each other for some of them. Not knowing what's happening fucking sucks balls. Like putting your whole heart and soul into something.
Michael
sucks.
Smith donated $40.
Thank you, Michael.
Tenet just dropped on HBOMAX. Who wants to be the one to tell Nolan?
Please tell me that that's actually true, because that would be really
It's next week. Yeah.
But Nolan wasn't one of those
That would be
people who was working on the project. Like
about it.
I did find it really funny. Like for example, take the Collider situation, okay? Because we're talking about it. So
all right.
John and I actually worked there. So a heads up would have been preferred. Definitely.
Yep.
I'll say that loud and proud. And I've said that to anybody who needed to be involved. But there was a lot of people who didn't work there that seemed upset. You know, it wasn't their show being canceled, and they seemed upset that they didn't know about it. If you don't work there, what are you so upset about? So I feel like Nolan, while he does have a relationship with them, they weren't doing this to one of his movies. So it's not your time in the spotlight. You're still allowed to say whatever you want because you're a human being and freedom of speech, but it's not your time. If Patty Jenkins came out and said this, or well, I guess Villeneuve, I think Villeneuve actually, people are saying people close to him that he's really upset about this, then that's a different story. But like the only people who really get to have an opinion on it are the ones that it's directly affecting.
Yeah,
I'll disagree in the fact that Nolan is one of the few directors. Like, I don't agree with what he's saying, but I'm okay with him speaking up because he's one of the few directors that has that kind of clout, that irreplaceable clout nowadays. Because we've seen Lord and Miller get fired. We've seen, Colin Trevorrow get dropped from Star Wars. I'm only naming Disney products because those are the big ones. But we've seen all these directors just be replaced on the spot. Nolan is one of the few, along with like Tarantino and Scorsese, that puts out a movie and their name attached to it will sell tickets. Like Jordan Peele is like quickly rising to the top of that list as well. But even like Jordan Peele, he's got that clout to speak out, but he doesn't have the track record of Nolan to be like, my name alone will sell tickets, even if it's about these crazy string piano, interstellar, multi-dimensions, like organs playing, you can't hear a thing they're saying. It'll still make like almost $1 billion at the box office. So that's the only thing I'll say against that, Roxy, is that it will still affect him in the long run, maybe not immediately with Tenet, but this will have a ripple effect. And he's one of the few that will literally say, can speak out against it, and he won't he's not going to work with Warner Brothers. I guarantee you some other studio will be happy to work with Christopher Nolan to get his box office money whenever that comes back.
Yeah. I mean, it's curious that we haven't heard from, as you mentioned, Scorsese or Spielberg or Coppola, who are quite loud about the comic book or superhero films. Here they are staying quiet about something like this. Is very curious. I agree with you. I think if it had been Patty Jenkins, I think that would have carried more weight in my mind. Now with Nolan, it just gets confused with all the stuff he pulled over the summer, and then now all of a sudden wanting to, carry the shield or raise the flag or whatever. It seems a bit self-serving. So
in addition to Villeneuve as well, we have, according to this Hollywood Reporter article, John M. Chu and Lin-Manuel Miranda and James Gunn have expressed this.
Real big names.
I know Gunn's not happy. I read Gunn's thing. Yeah, he's not happy either. You're right, Alex, about that. So, but I think, look, we can all react in the short term to this decision. We don't know long term what the effects of the decision are going to be, consequences or positives. And I think we're going to find out as this goes along whether it was right or wrong, and we'll come to a final decision in the end for sure. So it's definitely a bold move. Whether it works out, we'll see if it works out. Cotton, it's definitely a bold move. All right,
so we can all agree it's WAP.
And scene. There it is.
Send in your Schmoebots. Tell me what you think. Disagree with me if you want. $100 and I'll change it to WAP.
Quick
Brett, what
note.
if? Oh, yeah.
Someone just pointed out that at the very least, with this whole releasing on streaming with Wonder Woman, Patty and Gal apparently as EPs and director got paid for that change in distribution. Right. Is that happening with the other creators?
No, Keanu and it was released today that Keanu and Will Smith have not been approached for their movie, like Matrix and what Will Smith has coming out next year, have not been approached about whether they're going to get the same deal in essence that Patty and Gal got. So they're still, I think this is all still being worked out. So we'll see. We'll find out for sure.
Yeah.
But Brett, if I wanted to watch Tenet overseas here in the States, how could I do that? Is there a way to do that?
Well, yes, there is. But more importantly, it's about, protecting your privacy and all your email addresses, your phone numbers and everything. Because earlier this year, more than 100 Twitter users got their accounts hacked into. Passwords, email addresses, phone numbers, and more, all taken from high-profile people like Joe Biden, Elon Musk, and even Kanye West. These kind of attacks are getting more frequent and more severe, and it's not just Twitter. Facebook, eBay, Uber, Adobe, and Yahoo have leaked data such as passwords, credit card info, and driver's license belonging to billions of users. Look, if someone like Joe Biden can get hacked, just imagine how easy it would be for you to get hacked. That's why you gotta use ExpressVPN to safeguard personal data online. According to recent reports, hackers can make up to $1,000 from selling somebody's personal information on the dark web, making people like me, maybe not necessarily me, I don't have $1,000, but maybe some of you with $1,000, really lucrative targets. ExpressVPN is an app that funnels your data through a secure encrypted tunnel, so no matter what device you use, you can have peace of mind every time you use the internet. The app connects with just one click, it's lightning fast, and the best part of ExpressVPN, it works on up to 5 devices simultaneously. You and your whole family can stay protected. If a
Kevin from Delaware donated $20.
Kevin, listen, I know you want to talk about ExpressVPN, but listen, if this can happen to Kevin or powerful individuals like Kanye West, it can easily happen to you. You gotta protect yourself with ExpressVPN, Kevin and Kanye and Joe Biden and Elon Musk, okay? Listen. Protect yourself with the VPN rated #1 by CNET, Wired, and countless others. Go visit expressvpn.com/SCN right now and arm yourself with 3 extra months of ExpressVPN for free. That's expressvpn.com/SCN. Visit express.com/SCN and learn more. If Kevin does it, we all have to do it.
Good stuff.
Did I fix that?
Yeah.
No, I know.
We have
I'm about to do it again.
I knew.
We did have a photo up when that happens. Probably.
I do want to say one last thing that we didn't get to on the story. Apparently, there was one executive, Warner Media exec, who stepped up and tried to say something in the meeting to let the people know, according to the Hollywood Reporter, that they should reach out to these creatives, and she was quickly hushed down. So maybe this
never seen again.
Yeah, never seen again. Yeah.
Yikes!
But maybe explain what you mean.
One of the it's saying, according to the sources that Hollywood Reporter has, one of the execs spoke out in the board
one of the
meeting.
Warner Brothers execs.
Yeah, Warner Media execs. Yeah, stepped up in the meeting and said, hey, I think we should reach out to these creators and the talent and let them know this is happening. And she was quickly shushed down. So maybe this is as ruthless as Nolan is portraying. Maybe these Warner Media execs really do see these creators. And listen, Roxy, you know, we've worked in places where people see creatives as just, you know, monkeys that can do the work, you know, and are easily replaceable. Maybe in their minds, they see directors and they see producers as below them and easily replaceable and movable pieces. So it may be as ruthless as Nolan is portraying for sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Quick, Ryan, this is not a troll. SportsCenter just broke. Jalen Hurts is the starting quarterback.
4-game winning streak. I'm calling it right now.
For their opponents.
I mean, look, ooh, that's rude. I mean, Jalen
playing a dangerous game, Goddard.
I have nothing to lose this season. Literally.
We already lost it all, bro. We already lost it all.
I am playing with pinks this season because there's just nothing to go on.
Also, that was an Eagles fan who interrupted that ad. All right. What else does the article say?
See, y'all just with the worst timing, I swear for Jesus.
That's it. Sorry, I just wanted to give a little more background for people who are maybe discovering it for the first time through us. All right, Alex, let's move on to our next topic.
All right, next one. Staying on the HBO Max.
Wait, hold on. Also, we're under $100. What the fuck is going on? Come on, people. Send in your money. Streamlabs, Schmoedown, Super Chats. At least get us over $500. We just had a very incisive, in-depth conversation about this situation and entertained you as well with the meanings of WAP and some racial slurs. We're bringing all the fire here, so please send in your Streamlabs, Super Chats, and Schmoebots. Give some support to the show. Show us some love. Let us know what you think. If 4 of you donate $100 each, we're good to go. And we're going to have some karaoke at the end of the show, so we should start figuring out what we want to be as this show goes along, what the goal is so that people can do some karaoke at the end of the show. I've never done this. That might be
why they haven't sent in any money, because you decided to announce it at 10:45. I just assumed we were not doing that today.
Yeah, no, we're doing it. We're doing it.
I think Rocha should manage a restaurant, and like when sales are doing, what the fuck? Why isn't anybody eating?
Ain't nobody
Listen here, Brett Nolan. Listen here, Brett Nolan.
Nobody fucking
make some money for you.
Someone upsell some fucking steaks. Oh my god!
None of you motherfuckers buying Dom Perignon. You cheap sons of bitches. If you don't buy this expensive ass shit,
Caesar donated $100.
Thank you, Glenn Caesar.
Shout out to you all. You're all awesome. Here's to helping make sure that you all keep your SEN live jobs. Follow the Whirl Girls on Twitter and Instagram. Get them to 1K followers. Since I forgot to say it on Roxy's show earlier today, #SmashCancer.
Yes.
Kevin from Delaware donated $20.
Thank you, Kevin.
Questions. When was last time Dallas won a Super Bowl?
Go off.
When was the last
95.
time Washington won a Super Bowl?
Go off.
91.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Thank you.
That was the first time you fuckers won a Super Bowl.
And then traded away their Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Or they let him
Ghost
walk.
of
But
Colonel
also,
Sanders donated $20.
Jeez.
Did you guys see the travesty that is Mario Lopez playing me in a Lifetime original movie?
Yes.
A Recipe for Seduction is a stupid name for a movie.
No,
he
it's
does
not.
make me look real sexy though.
That's fucking,
baby.
That's
It
fucking
went
genius.
viral. No
That's
one would watch
fucking-
this movie if it wasn't for
Of
all.
course, all of us.
Billy
Lifetime is
donated
about to bring in a bunch of
$25.
non-white women that
If
are
you
in love
guys
with
could
watching
time
this.
travel to any decade or time period, what would you choose?
Super Bowl 2017. Move on.
Wow,
Next,
Jesus.
question.
That by itself should say everything we need to say about the Eagles. The fact that you have to time travel back 3 years to a time when you were relevant.
At least
and
it's
you
not
ain't been
3
relevant
decades.
since.
At least it's not 3 decades.
Wait, 5 rings versus 1, first of all. Second of all, literally, you became the 2011 Dallas Mavericks. You're like, we won the chip. We don't ever want to win again. Let's fuck this shit up. And then what you do? You fuck this shit up.
John, where are you going?
I don't know. I'm trying to ask Alex to go back through these Streamlabs so we can answer these fine people's questions.
Yeah,
what's the next thing?
Do you want to get
what was the Streamlabs? What did we miss? What question did we not answer?
You get time travel.
the time travel? There's
There was one before that.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Sorry, you can read it real quick. We'll play it.
What?
We have our shit together today.
Who can read the stream? Let's go, Alex. Go.
I'm
Jack
looking for them.
Donated $20.
Okay.
Just broke on the Hollywood Reporter. Alfred Molina returning to Spider-Man 3 as Doc Ock.
What?
Wait.
No.
Yes, it is real.
No way.
Just about to bring it up. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No
Here we go.
way.
Here we go, son.
Oh my goodness.
Here we go. Which makes that leak yesterday on what Sony, whatever it was, that they dropped that
Holy
3
cow.
Spider-Mans possible. So I
Wait,
guess
this
it's all
is
happening.
fucking awesome news.
Yes, it is.
Where? I don't see it. I'm on Hollywood Reporter. You lie.
Look in the movie section.
I'm in the movie section. You lie.
It was at 10:40.
Oh my God.
Debbie just
Wow.
added us.
There it is. There it is.
Alfred
Molina returning as Doc Ock.
Damn.
Wow.
Jeez.
Holy
How
shit.
how is this movie going to work?
I don't know,
know.
but I am so
I-
here for it. If
I
you
am
had to
too.
ask me which my favorite Spider-Man movie is, I do think it is 2. This is exciting news. Oh, I love every single Spider-Man movie that's ever existed. This is great. Give me all of the amazing Spider-Man 2 characters. Give me Spider-Man 2 characters. Merge it all together. Shake it all up. Pour it. Let's see what we get.
Fam, this
Fuck
is
it,
gonna
why
be
not?
amazing. This is like here's the thing. Here's 1,000% the thing. Sony was like, well, look, we see the writing on the wall. Disney ain't gonna they not gonna be nice with us again after this. Fuck it. We're doing our own end game with fucking Spider-Man right now. Let's fucking go. And I'm sure the MCU is okay with it because then they also get to play a little bit like, fuck, dude, this is gonna be amazing. I cannot wait.
This is coming from the Hollywood Reporter. Boris Kitt breaking this. Just to give some background here too. Marvel and Sony have not had a comment about this, but it seems like it's been rumored for a couple of weeks now. So this seems to be pretty much a confirmation that it's happening. So pretty cool stuff. Are we that far away now from the announcement of Garfield and Toby coming back?
No. Like
don't think-
it's got to be happening. Like
Right? Yeah.
even in like a short cameo advice type
Helen
of thing.
Ledwith
where-
donated $25.
Thank you, Helen.
Guys, please. Whenever you feel bad about your team, just remember these 4 letters: JETS.
TS, Jets. Woo!
They're for sure trying. They tried to lose that game.
I don't think
The
so.
corner got double moved on a Hail Mary.
I know. I don't think so though. I don't think they're trying to lose. I think it's that they're that bad. It's
Yeah, Greg called that all out blitz, Roxy, and they fired him yesterday morning. Greg
I
Williams.
know. I know.
See that's 5 head moves right there though. Like okay, you're gonna call this blitz, and you're gonna have to take one for the team for this for Trevor Lawrence.
You might be 100% right. This might be some kind of like mind palace shit where the Jets have figured out. Let's put an incompetent Adam Gase as the coach of our team. We know we're gonna go 0-16. We'll get Trevor Lawrence, and then we'll start a rebuild with Trevor Lawrence. That's certainly possible.
Everyone on the team, like I don't think the players are trying to lose because they're gonna lose their jobs as well, but. Management for sure is trying to lose and get this. Like, you can't blitz 7 people on and not get to the quarterback on a Hail Mary. And then on top of that, the corner's playing 5 yards off a receiver that he knows is just going to go to the end zone. Like, what are you doing?
But also, what decade do you guys want to visit?
I'll go back to the 90s. I mean, there's not like a lot of super dope. We've gone over this. Like, as a black person, where I really gonna go back in time and everything gonna be all right. I'm gonna go back to the 80s. Nah, crack and AIDS. No, thank you. I'm gonna go back to the 70s. Cool, you got disco, but we still doing civil rights shit. I'm gonna go back to the early 1900s, man, Jim Crow. Like, where the fuck I'm gonna go? All right, so I will go back to the 90s because Power Rangers and hip hop. That's about all I got.
What's going on for black people in like the 1400s? Like, what's up then?
I don't know. That's part of the problem. They don't teach us that shit. So I don't fucking know. We just in Africa. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know where I'm from. You know why? Because slavery. So I have no idea what Warren tribe I'm a part of. If I'm the wrong type of light skin, get shot by an arrow or some shit. Like, fam, come on now. Come on.
Life's hard out here for a black man.
It really is.
I think you should wear that shirt back in the 1400s and just walk into whatever gala is happening and see how it's presented.
I don't know.
I would go back to 1981, I guess, the first Redskins first Washington football team Super Bowl. God, I can't stop saying it. Fucking can't stop saying it. The first football that the first Super Bowl they won. That would be awesome to
the first football.
Yeah, I remember. What about you, Ryan? What you already said it.
Yeah.
Brett, is there a place you'd go back in time? A time in the world?
About 20 minutes ago, when you guys weren't talking about sports. I like the 90s.
You were in the bathroom anyways.
The 90s were good. I
Yeah.
don't know. I felt like I didn't really. I had no. I felt like I was. Just.
It's so
Go
weird.
back to the
Didn't really
90s.
care about anything. Just felt like I was indestructible, and
Invest in Amazon. Invest in Apple.
Oh, good call.
Yes. Didn't have lives that I had to, that depended on me. Stuff like
Makes
that.
it sound like that's a bad thing. Okay, all right. Roxy,
Well, I just
Lydia's
think
gonna
it's
poke her
weird,
head
like,
in. What?
Other than Winston, who has a completely valid thing going on, I think it's so weird. Like, Brett, you pick a time that you already have been to.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I want to go somewhere that I've never been. Like, I'm obsessed with the 70s, but also maybe the 60s. Like, if I have to pick a date, I'm going to Woodstock. Like, how fucking sick? Are you kidding me?
Oh, sick, all right.
Definitely. So, like, end of the 60s, early 70s, I'm like hippie chilling. Fuck yeah. I'm on acid on like a planet that isn't here right now.
I think 67, 66, 67, 68 is a good time for you to go back, Rox. Once you hit 69, 70 is when the flower power movement starts dying, and Nixon's in power, and they're
that's a good
starting to
point.
step on the hippies, and
Yeah, but
Woodstock
stick it
was
to the
great.
man.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Rage Against the Machine.
Do you think you'd be talked into like the Patty Hearst? Do you think you'd be a Patty Hearst situation? Do you think
I don't
that's possible?
know. I think
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think some risky business for Roxy going back in time. A little bit of a troublemaker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Put me in a time when women can't
that-
vote. I'm like,
that's-
fuck off, everybody. I'm
That's what I was
fucking
gonna
doing it.
like. Rox, like that's the only thing that I was even thinking. I'm literally thinking about this. If you're gay, a woman, or black, like I don't necessarily think that you want to go back and like what you want to reverse rights and shit.
Listen,
and, like,
any
have
person
people
of color,
kick
Winston.
ass?
Remember they put Japanese people in internment camps during
That's
World
a
War
good
II.
point.
So
That's a good
any
fucking
person of
point.
color, I mean,
What a fun
but the only thing,
this is.
but the only thing I would say, at least with that, is if you're Japanese and you're going back in time, like they said, you don't have to necessarily stay in the same country.
Mhm.
So, like, I guess you could go back and be like, well, fuck it, I'll go chill in Japan then.
I
And
guess
then kick
so.
with like your grandparents or something like that, you know?
yeah. Well, Roxy
Right.
could go back during the Susan B. Anthony times, and everybody like Roxy's like marching for the suffragette
Oh,
movement, all
yeah.
this stuff.
But, like,
And then
for maybe, like, a
Susan's like,
week,
Roxy, you
I
gotta
get
calm it
tired.
down.
Roxy,
get us in
Jesus
trouble,
Christ.
Roxy.
Jesus Christ, Roxy.
I got 1 week in me, and then I'm like, all right, I'm going back to the future.
I gotta poop where?
It's still not great for women, but it's much better. See you there. Thank
All
you.
right.
Charlie
Anyway.
Brown donated $20.
Thank you, Charlie.
Hi, Winston. I recommend 23 and. By the way, this is not a Brett-sponsored segment. I'm Mexican and I realized that I'm 5.6 sub-Saharan African. Most of that West African. Blew my mind. Hashtag Black Lanta.
Yes.
Yes. Two things. The Ancestry.com and the 23andMe. The only reason I haven't done it, though I think my sister did, so it almost doesn't matter at this point, is all the talk specifically in the language when you sign that contract that they can kind of do whatever they want with your DNA. That was enough for me to be like, no, thank you.
Freaky. I agree.
I didn't like that. I didn't like it enough to learn about my history to let them just have it on file to do whatever. That doesn't sound great.
I think that's what Grogu signed. Grogu signed that thing. Now they're using his DNA.
Oh god, that's why they keep going to find him and bringing him back, because they're like, you signed Grogu.
Wait,
It says right here, Grogu.
Who's Grogu? I couldn't keep a straight face, guys.
All
I
right, we
just
got
want to
Justin
redo
Bieber's
some
made
stuff
20
in the
comments about it,
90s.
Roxy.
That's why. Sorry. What?
That's fair. Yeah. All right, we're at $350, people. Please, we're $150 away from hitting our quota for the day. Please send it in. And of course, if we get to 1,000, let's do some karaoke at the end. Something funny and happy and great to do here. I've never done it, so I don't know how it works. You guys will have to guide me on that, or Ben or Ryan or Alex. You guys guide me on how we do the karaoke thing. But I think if we get to 1,000, that would be a lot of fun to do some karaoke, kind of pick up your spirits as we head on out of here.
Lofty goal we are hitting.
Yeah.
Oh, is it more? Is it usually less? I don't
like
know.
it. I like
Well,
it. We will not sing
there are
for
levels.
less than
There are
levels.
There's levels.
Okay.
There's
Like
levels.
Nick Jonas in this piece.
What's
Yeah.
the first level? Who? What's the first level?
Nope, fuck it. It's 1,000. We already set the goal.
All right.
Yeah.
1,000 it is. 1,000 it is. Let's
At
do it.
1,000, we'll all do a song at the same time.
Love that.
That
Yes.
sounds
Different
good.
songs.
Ooh,
Different songs.
ooh,
Yes.
Different songs.
ensemble piece.
Do I have to download an app for this?
No,
karaoke
no
app for
apps
this?
need to be downloaded.
That's
All
the
right.
Also-
best part of this bit is when we spend 5 minutes explaining to the person who has to sing how to set it all up. That's what makes for great content, that we've never worked out this so we can always be ready to do this.
Also, have y'all seen the show I Can See Your Voice? Because it's amazing. It sounds like trash, but
Oh, yeah. No, I
can
have.
see
I
your
have.
voice.
I saw a couple of them. We haven't
Wow.
seen many, but it's
so
insane.
fun. It's so fun, and you're so wrong so many times when you be making guesses about people and then if they can sing or not. Oh my goodness, we just talking karaoke. I just got it.
All right, Alex, let's move on to our next topic here. And please keep sending in your Streamlabs, Schmoedown, Super Chats. Get to 1,000, we'll do the karaoke. Sing whatever we feel like, or maybe some of you can suggest some songs we can jump into. That'd be a lot of fun. All right, Alex, let's do it.
All right, let's finally jump onto this legendary HBO Max train. Legendary Pictures may take legal action against Warner Media after last Thursday's controversial decision. Legendary reportedly funded about 75% of the productions of Godzilla vs. Kong and DUNE, and was not consulted before Thursday. Warner also stopped the option of going to third-party alternatives such as Netflix, who are making sizable offers like $250 million for the big boy fight. Rocha, what do you think? Do you think this legal action will actually happen?
Well, from what I'm gathering, legal actions is all that's happening recently. So I would not be surprised to see Legendary do this. And if they've got legitimate beef and they've got legitimate standing, why not do this in some way to kind of recoup a better situation? Look, business is business. And the only thing sometimes these big corporations respect is if you stand up to them and fight them tooth and nail to get your piece of the pie, or as much of the piece of the pie as you were hoping to get. So to me, I respect this as a business. Do it, see what you can do. And Legendary is not like some rinky-dink mom and pop store. This is a studio that's done a lot of business and has good credibility amongst the geek world. So they have some PR positivity going in their direction. So to me, this makes a lot of sense. Rox, what do you think?
If I'm Legendary, I'm pissed.
Okay.
I'm pissed. If the rumors are true, in which they only found out 30 minutes before this announcement that it was taking place, they have said that Legendary put up the vast majority of funding for both DUNE and Kong. So that means when you're producing the film and you put up the money, then you get decision-making ability in how you recoup that money. The fact that there was an offer on the table for Netflix for $250 million, which would have fully recouped them and some, and that they knew that that was going to be a bird in the hand, but Warner Brothers didn't want to do that because it was a competitor company, that needs to be a conversation. And I don't know if it was or was not a conversation. If it was not, Legendary is probably totally in their rights to sue them. Obviously, I have not seen the contract, but it seems to me like Legendary would not have signed something saying otherwise. So I believe that Legendary at this point has to take some kind of action, whether that's legal or whether it's just kind of putting this out there in the public, letting the voice of public opinion cause an uproar, and then Warner Brothers actually possibly going back on what they said that they were going to do. There is a real possibility here that what ends up happening with DUNE and Kong Godzilla v. Kong, is that those movies end up not going to HBO Max. That's a real possibility here. Yeah. So we'll have to see what happens. But if I'm Legendary, I'm definitely not just letting this one go, because they're at risk of possibly losing hundreds of millions of dollars here.
Yeah, Roxy, it's a great point you bring up. And this on, I'll go to Winston on you next on this one. You look at the situation here, Winston. This is almost like a sports situation where, like we're seeing now with James Harden, right? Like the agent is coming out and saying, his agent's coming out and then saying that, like, Harden doesn't want to play in Houston anymore. He wants to go to Brooklyn. He's letting it be known, right? All this. So maybe they're negotiating here a situation where Legendary could take back their movie and sell it to another studio, but Warner Brothers gets compensated in some way, and they get the release on screens in theaters through another studio in terms of distribution. That could be possible here, what they're suing here. What do you think?
I think that I once again stand by the fact that I don't have a problem with what Warner Brothers was doing and the idea of like, this is what our world is right now. That's fine, but you handled this completely wrong. How do you not talk to it? Now it's not just the creatives, it's the partners and the business partners as well. You are literally cutting off your nose to spite your face. You think you're doing something that is so helpful for your brand. And yes, you are probably buying some clout with the fans for this, who have had a rough fucking year and are probably going to have a rough at least first half of next year. So you are buying clout in that regard. But how many people are you going to piss off in order to do that? That's literally what that is. You know what? That's when you go to the club with all your boys and then you see a girl at the club and you figured it out and you want to smash. So I see you, Rox. So then you leave. Literally, if all of us showed up at the club, right? Minus Roxy. And then Ben is like, yo, I see Roxy over there. Yo, she fine as hell. And Ben drove us. And then Ben goes over and he's hollering at Roxy. He's like, hey, y'all, here's your 30-second warning. Figure out how to get the fuck home. You DD out this bitch. I'm gonna go get some ass. And he tips off. And then all of a sudden, everybody's like, motherfucker, like I paid for parking. You gonna make me pay for a motherfucking lift? Bitch, I said I would DD next. Like you literally are leaving the crew stranded. That is not okay. And I think that is the big problem that we need to just take into consideration here. You have left the crew that you came with stranded just to appease somebody else. And I'm not saying that as fans we're not important. And I'm saying you're investors. I'm not saying that they're not important because you think you're going to recoup something out of this, but you just have to figure out how to do it. This wasn't the way.
Yeah, Goddard, Legendary funded approximately 75% of the production of these films, Godzilla, Kong, and all that. And they're upset that Warner made this decision without consulting them. And they apparently had begun talks with Netflix for Godzilla versus Kong, offering to the service for $250 million to Netflix. And then Warner Media blocked the deal. So they're not even letting them try to sell this to another place. They really want to own this thing and push it in a certain direction. What's your reaction to this?
Like you said, it's very sports talk where like, you know, someone will get a franchise tag on someone or like have a non-exclusivity trade on them. And especially the Godzilla vs. Kong thing, I'm looking at it made $387 million. King of the Monsters did. So it's, you know, people are excited about it, but it's not some, you know, it's not Endgame. It's not, you know, even Suicide Squad or Batman v Superman. Like it didn't make any money and it supposedly did exactly what everyone was asking. So 250 million buyout to go straight to Netflix sounds like a pretty good deal for that. So very surprising. Warner completely blocked it. But Legendary has every right to take this to court, especially if it's 75%. Like, you know, if it's like 50-49, then you're like, okay, maybe you did pay for half, so we'll see what happens. You pay for 3/4 of this thing for both of those movies, and both of those movies are big budget movies, but they're not guaranteed box office hits. No one wants Dune to succeed more than me. I hope Denis Villeneuve, I hope this movie, like, you know, gets 1 billion subscribers or whatever the box office currency will be by the time this movie comes out. But we saw what happened with Blade Runner 2049. I think this will be more successful because it has bigger stars in it and like a bigger name. But these are two movies that if you could get a good $250 million streaming deal from someone, you should seriously consider it. And the fact that they didn't at all is very surprising. And I'm with Legendary absolutely with this one.
I think as we talk about this more, I start to move over towards Winston's point of view on this in a little bit. And it's evolving in my head as we talk about it. Ryan, you see this situation here. I mean, clearly the reason Warner Media blocks this is because they want to use these films to up their subscriber count on HBO Max. They don't want Netflix to keep upping their subscriber account and making the gulf between them even wider. They don't want this going to something like Netflix. So there is a self-interest in Warner Media side of this thing, but also Legendary seems by 75% of the budget and all of this involved with it, you would think they'd have way more leverage here and more ground to stand on.
Yeah, this is another example. Warner Brothers strong-armed this entire deal. And
Yeah.
I really do think that they've made calculated losses where they're like, I bet there's a loophole with, I'm just speculating here, but with the fact that it's simultaneously being released in theaters and HBO Max. You know, HBO Max is still a relatively new platform. A lot of these movies were in production before HBO Max was even launched. And the fact that, hey, it says in the contract, yeah, it has to be in theaters, but like it's also on our platform. I bet they calculated already, like we might get sued for this, might get sued for that. It's still, we're going to hit our goal. All the layoffs, everything. It's really, it's kind of gross is my reaction to it. But yeah, this again, they are a studio that made a gigantic move last week. And I think they are definitely experiencing a lot of the backlash and the repercussions of that deal.
Yeah.
This is probably the most heinous one, though. 75% of the production budget.
That's
legendary.
so much.
That is nuts. Like that
Especially
is
Dune.
crazy.
Especially Dune, which was a crap ton, I'm sure, to shoot.
Yeah,
and
Dune's and that's the
it's
thing.
two
Like,
parts.
yeah, they're hoping for they're hoping for a sequel out of that one. So that's such a big risk for a studio like Legendary.
What did they say? It was 170, right? I think was the
Sounds
total
about right.
production of Dune.
Sheridan, what are your thoughts on this, man?
Yeah,
I mean,
170.
you know, what are you feeling?
Can't pretend to know anything about this as I sit here. I don't know what, it's like there's some things I can kind of tap dance around and make it look like I have any knowledge, but I don't know how any of this shit works. And I don't think any of us really know what happened behind closed doors. And it's hard to, it's one of these things where like, I need to have it all laid out for me, know who said what to who and whatever. But yeah, I think it's probably going to suck for a lot of people.
Doc October is back in Spider-Man 3.
Thank you, Doc, for helping me.
Yes, we know.
We know, yeah, absolutely.
Let's stick to that one. But yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of people are doing, my wife works for a restaurant. They're doing a lot of things. They're constantly having to move and do this and whatever. And suddenly they're open indoors. Then they're not. And then they're doing patio and no patio. And they're constantly trying to reinvent the way they think about all this. So I think people are just scrambling and trying to reinvent themselves. And unfortunately, it's not good for a lot of people. There's also a lot of people in the restaurant business that have been laid off and fired and things like that too, because if you don't, then they just completely disappear. So that's my thought about it. It's just depressing, basically.
Alex? Oh, sorry, Roxy, go ahead.
I'm just curious if you guys think that this is going to affect, obviously we know that Disney has their major meeting on Thursday and we're supposed to be hearing what's happening probably Thursday, Friday, what takes place in that meeting. All of this negative backlash from Legendary and from Christopher Nolan and the other directors. Do you think that this is going to affect what it is that Disney or any other major studio who has their own streaming device or not does?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this will have a giant ripple effect for sure.
Yeah. I mean, and maybe that's why Disney heard, these people talk sometimes, these executives and whatever, and they send emails or text messages to each other on the down low. And maybe they knew this was happening and went ahead and let, Disney go, or let Warner Media go ahead and take the bullet so they could figure out what the best play was afterwards. So I don't know, but I think Roxy absolutely will affect the conversation. Certainly will change some of the conversations that were probably going to happen at that point. Because if there wasn't any kind of backlash or any kind of issue with this, Disney would be like, well, yeah, we need to do this as well.
Well, yeah, because it's surprising because, we announced, like we talked about this last week sometime and everyone's like, oh, this is a good idea. And then, just over the weekend, the narrative has completely shifted. So I'm sure they're like, okay, we got to follow this. And they're like, oh, just kidding. Let's keep that in the drafts over there, guys.
What do you guys think? What do you think, Winston?
About what specifically? I thought I already addressed this.
No, about what Roxy brought up.
About
the Disney
will this
stuff.
affect Disney or other studios watching Warner Brothers?
No, because they already have their game plans. Disney has already been in that process of doing that in the first place, and that was before the pandemic. They set Disney Plus up. There's a reason why they pulled these MCU shows, why they set up Mandalorian and these other things. They were already gearing up to do this. I think their hand got shown a little quicker, which is why they tested out Mulan. but this was always their game plan. Whether or not that was Warner's is a little different since they just dropped HBO Max, like May, is that right?
Yeah.
Versus obviously Disney Plus, we've already passed the year anniversary. Like that's a little bit different of a rollout. You know what I mean? So.
And Disney
I'm still a little
Hamilton.
unclear on what HBO Max is.
Yeah, I mean it's the one with the new movie. It's Warner Netflix, more or less like that, because they still have Chappelle Show up. Netflix, trying not to piss off Dave since they have that relationship. Obviously, pulled his stuff down. Like Warner just kind of doing their thing, man. Like HBO Max is pretty dope. Like I don't know if you guys have seen.
No, I didn't mean it meanly. I just I mean it actually. I don't know. It's still challenging for me to get to because I have HBO and then you can't have it through Amazon. And so
that's the big problem.
That situation. And then also which of my things that are on HBO are also there. Yeah. It's just still a little bit confusing to me, to be honest.
Well, I mean, they just closed the deal with Amazon Fire just a few weeks ago, and they're still not doing it on Roku. Yeah.
They got to figure that out.
Roku,
so. I think that just because people love to joke and call me an Apple shrill, and it's not super far off base. So I do not agree with these $500 fucking headphones. Miss me with that. But but like the fact that like in my brain I'm just like, oh, everybody's using Apple TV. They're more expensive now with the 4K versions, but they weren't that expensive. I didn't realize the number of people that actually most of the share is Roku's.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's because Roku's are $30. Roku's are $30. Yeah.
And that's the thing. I had the Roku as on our living room TV when I had a roommate, and that motherfucker just broke so much. I was like, never again. Like I'm good on that, though I've heard they've improved since then. But that's the problem. That is the majority of the market share. How have you not figured out a deal with them to make sure that people can see your product? Cool. You release this movie, and 10% of the fucking population can actually watch it now? Like I'm glad Amazon closed because that was part of the problem too. Was either the Fire Stick or the Roku. So I'm glad they got one, but they got to find that other, man.
I don't see them not being able to do this before it drops on December 25th. It just seems to make all the sense of the world. Because why would you hamstring yourself that way and not have as many people as possible to watch it and subscribe to your channel? Especially if you're going to risk the ire of all these creative people in making this decision, All right. Well, let us know what you think about this. Does Legendary have legendary legs to stand on? Do they have a strong foundation to stand on? Do you think they should sue? Leave us a comment down there or a like and subscribe to the channel, or do all three for God's sakes. That'd be great here on Schmoedown Entertainment Network. All right. Do we have one more thing to get into, Alex? Or should we just jump into Streamlabs?
Let's jump into Streamlabs. I'm sure we'll probably get a few questions about random things.
Okay.
Let's see. First one from 156 Impulse. I hope Ace wins the Star Wars tournament. Go Ace! And if he wins, the song Gasolina will be on blast. Love you guys.
Gasolina, let's go! Let's go!
Holy shit.
All right. Next one from Cunt Dooku. Hello, everyone. Hey, Alex, have you heard of the Filipino singer Bamboo? You kind of have the same style, but he has a more raspy voice. And do you know who Lea Salonga is? I just found out she sang the original Aladdin song, Pinoy Pride. Have a great and horny day, peeps. I've not heard of Bamboo, but I will check it out. And Lea Salonga, yes, she is a Filipino hero. I did see her in a production of Allegiance at the Old Globe in San Diego.
Jake_Iacofetta donated $100.
Thank you.
Ben might be able to time me out in the chat, but he can't silence me here. Let's get that karaoke gold.
All right, we're close. We just got that's about 480 right now, so we need to get to that 1,000, ladies and gentlemen. So please get on it.
Very close.
We're very close.
Right
We just need 500 more in the next 45 minutes. So come on, let's get it going. All right, what's next, Alex?
All right, from Bella. We told Ben he was looking more Mexican the other day, so we straight up shaved it off, LMAO. Whatever makes him happy, but the facial hair really did look so good. Anyway, Rox, you look sick in the Leia costume for the calendar.
Oh, thanks, babe. Appreciate it. World Girls Forever.
Do all three of you wear the Leia costume, Roxy?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to post it today, actually, but it's on... It's on Darina's right now. We did Darina's Darth Vader, and Steph and I are both in Leia costume, and it says "Soy tu papi."
Nice.
Yeah.
No one is Salacious B. Crumb.
Yeah.
I'm refunding my money.
My brother's been re-editing all of the pictures to make it look like I'm a toad, and the two of them exist, and been putting them out. It's interesting.
I think the
Family,
one
man,
thing
family.
the one thing that makes me happy that Rox, I sent you that is the fact that once my girlfriend heard about the calendar, she's like, "Yes, Queens, let's support, motherfucker, buy a motherfucking calendar." And I was like, "Sure."
Yo, it's been great. We've sold more than we thought we were going to. We literally had no idea that people even gave a shit. So it's been really cool. Thank you guys for showing up.
Come on, wait a minute.
Your walls.
Wait a minute, y'all talented. Y'all smart as a whip, and y'all all high, and you thought you weren't gonna sell no motherfucking calendars?
Like,
that's
why. Did you see the picture you were advertising it with?
Yeah, I don't know if
the only one here.
$100. Como lo encanta la gasolina de más gasolina y ella le gusta la gasolina de más gasolina. I just wanted to see if the bot could speak Spanish. Let's go.
Did pretty
Great
well.
job, SEN crew.
Thank you.
Okay, I want to go back to what we were talking about. Did you see after we said that, Roxy was like, "Oh my God, I went."
Oh no, me?
Well, I started calling myself the leprechaun of the group because
you're the shortest.
Next to two like of the most beautiful people on the planet. But no, it's cool because a lot of our pictures inside are like really bizarro and not as sexy, but some of them are sexy and cool. So I think it's well rounded. You guys will like it.
The old bait and switch. Okay. Interesting.
We don't want to hear what you do with the calendar, Brett.
Yes, yes. Oh man.
Anyway, all right, let's go.
I demand
Okay,
a
next
refund.
one. Music tournament. SEN Live Music Bracket Tournament continues. Today's matchup is Black Sabbath versus Metallica. Who you got?
Sabbath.
Ooh.
That's actually a really even one for me.
Who do you have, Roxy?
It might be recency bias, but I'll go Metallica just because they changed their sound so much. Like with the orchestra, that was a great album, going from like heavy metal, and then like they tried alternative. It wasn't great, but they tried it. So I'll go Metallica.
I'll go Metallica also. One. Come on.
I'll go Metallica because they had a Guitar Hero Metallica, and that's how I know most of the songs.
Yeah, Brett.
There's no shame in that.
Yeah, I said Sabbath because you wouldn't have Metallica without Black Sabbath.
Oh,
very true.
You just won me over. Yeah, I'll take Black Sabbath. Plus, I love War Pigs. So War Pigs is the shit.
You know that I got to the second round of auditions for Rent by singing War Pigs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
We just found our karaoke songs for the day.
$1,000. I'll sing War Pigs.
Money up.
All 7 minutes. Let's go.
Wait, I need that.
As long as you sing all the guitar solos as well.
And I did so. I thought I did bad, and I started beeline. I'm like, that sucked. That said that the second one, and the first one. I was walking out the door, and they chased me down. They're like, wait, you're moving on. I'm like, oh, okay. I thought it was bad.
Brett, I need to hear this so badly.
Yeah. All right, we're at 580, ladies and gentlemen. $320. No, is it 400? Yeah, $420 away from getting to that 1,000 to hear Brett Sheridan do War Pigs. Come on.
Where did you audition for Rent?
Oh God, it's kind of over in the Century City. I can't. It was a club.
It was an LA local production.
Yeah. I had to stay. It was one of these stand in line, for
cattle
7-8 hours, kind of a thing. Cattle
which
calls. Role? It was in general. They just wanted to see if you could sing or not. And
can you sing, Brett?
I was in like all-state chorus and stuff like
that.
I was one of 13 soloists in an all-state chorus thing. And
we have Brett joke singing the 9 Inch Nails song. Yeah, we didn't
pretty good.
Oh my
now,
gosh.
Granted, this was a while ago.
He was on pitch.
Guys, please, where's your money? Open your wallet.
Where's your money?
Your wallet.
Money, please.
$420. Come on, people. That's all we're missing. Let's go. We got 40 minutes. Let's make it happen. All right, Alex, where we at?
Hagen says, hey all, so fucking hyped for the spectacular. Let's go Jericho and Odd Couple. Let's go Swag. Let's go Merle. Oh, and Brett is there too.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, Odd forever. This is the chick that I have kept every day with me.
Aww.
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. I gave Jeff a shout out on Twitter the other day.
I saw that. I think it was well deserved.
Hell yeah. I mean, that's my brother. Look, regardless of whatever, that's my brother for life, always. And so people aren't talking about him enough. And Jeff's been this quiet assassin all season. And these 2 tournaments, he's done what a lot of us have wanted to do, was to wreak vengeance on the people that have beat us in the past. And he's been able to do it in both tournaments. So he deserves a lot of consideration for best player of the year.
Unbelievable. And we are both in the same state right now. And we keep trying to do a social distance walk, but the snow is fucking with our shit. But yeah, he really has. And like, I don't know why he's not in the conversation to be on the same mountain that you are as often as he, because John, I think you're one of the greats. I think Dan is too, but I think Jeff is right up there. I mean,
well, like that stat that someone put out, like that he's got 9 wins on 2 separate teams and obviously 2 belts on 2 separate teams, and he's playing for another one. Like,
there's just the thing about doing it on the single side. I think a lot of fans have that, and I don't fault that. Actually, I don't. Because with teams, you can be helped out by your teammate. But with singles, it's just you're alone.
It's not that he needs the help. I want that for him so bad. I do too. Explain it. I want it for him so bad. Oh,
well, we got another season, Roxy. It can happen.
Yeah, I'm right. We do
for sure.
And yeah, you know, making to the finals of the singles tournament isn't nothing to shake a stick at either. So
right. Well, Bibiani did it last year too, right? He made it to the singles final and the tag team final. The difference might be this year if Jeff actually gets the belt. That's going to separate that accomplishment. We shall see.
He's always a top player. Consistently and always. Like that's why I feel like he should be in the conversation at least. And people are always leaving him out of that talk. And it's like, how? I mean, nothing for nothing. Draco is unbelievable as well. I have 2 A players on.
Of course. Yeah.
2 A players.
Yeah. I bet they knew those Eddie Murphy questions. Anyway, all right, let's move on. We got $580. Come on, people. We need $420 to get us across.
All right, from Queeper Sutherland. Legendary financed the bulk of the budget for both.
Sorry, go ahead, Alex. Go ahead.
Legendary financed the bulk of the budget for both Dune and Kong versus Godzilla, and so are pushed out of any considerations for what to do. They won't know how to make their money back. Denis Villeneuve also seems to be pissed about this also.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
All right, next one from Artificial PP. Hey, people. I just rewatched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and first time seeing it, I didn't like it that much. But seeing it for the 4th time, it's becoming great. Those best performance, so many layers in my opinion. Thoughts? Roxy, also, do you think I can shoot my shot with Steph? LOL, thanks.
Oh, jeez.
I get asked this, like, not only do I get text messages from all of my friends about trying to set me up with their friend.
Oh my God.
I mean, I literally get asked like 15 times a day about, can I put in a good word with Steph? Can I do this? And I get it. She, as you guys are now seeing her on this show, she is fire in every single way. I mean, she's
hat game yesterday.
Like,
but see,
everything about her is the dopest.
Now I feel bad because I sent you a text to my homeboy who like literally was like, "Yo, who is this Steph chick that you've been working
Him
with?"
and everybody else on the planet. And
I'm your homeboy, Winston.
Hot twist.
You know it, Brett.
You're an FOB, a friend of black person.
Oh no!
The reason you guys all want her so bad, though, is that she's an independent thinker. So there's not jack shit that I can do for you guys. Like, there's nothing I can say. But trust me, if I could pick who she ended up with, I would pick the sweetest, most incredible. She's gonna end up with somebody like that she fucking wants to end up with, that she picks out, and that person's gonna be perfect for her. So I can't help any of you. Keep asking, but I can't help any of you.
She's all right.
All I ask that you do for my friend, I guess I could technically do it because I know Steph. Just an introduction. He's gonna have to do it. I'm not gonna hold his fucking hand.
I mean,
that's on him.
It's a little different. Like, you sent me a picture. He's mad cute. Like, it's a little different than people who are sliding in my DMs with an egg. An egg is an icon and no bio.
Oh.
And are asking for her phone number. That's a no.
Idiots.
It's gonna be a no for me, dog.
No, I love the fucking tweet sound effect. Ryan with the fucking fire, bro. Good. That is the most fire bird I've seen on this show because it certainly ain't the Eagles. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, there it is. That's fired yet again.
Yes,
walked you right into that one, Ryan.
What do you think about the first part of the question? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I still don't like the movie, but all right, other people can. I like it all the way up until the end. The end is what pisses me off.
There's 2 awesome stars, 2 more than Dallas. That's what I'll say.
Huh? Wait, were you talking to me?
That was so
fucking. Did you just give yourself a sniper
so
shot?
oh
Did he give himself a sniper shot? Dude,
I have the controls.
I need you to turn around and hit yourself with a womp 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 because you just laughed at your own fucking joke, bro. Like,
no, Ryan, no, don't get intimidated to do that. You stand your ground. All right. Anyway, anyone else loving It's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood after their 4th time watching it?
I don't know. I bought it on Blu-ray. It was $5 on Black Friday, so I'm gonna give it another watch because I didn't like it in theaters that much. But it was worth $5 on Blu-ray, so I'll let you know. I'm not gonna watch it 4 times though.
Same deal, $5 Black Friday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna share a secret with y'all. I ain't finished the movie yet. I haven't finished that or The Irishman. I was like, yo, these are all right, but they long, and
they are long,
and I'm tired.
I like that secret.
All right, Alex, next.
Evil John Madden says, why is Baby It's Cold Outside now a bad song? Why are the SJWs so dumb? All song does is set the scenario of every 4th/5th date. Trying to talk a lady into staying so sex can happen. Every guy's done this. People watch Back to the Future, and there's a rape scene there.
Oh my God.
I hate
It's
this
fair.
comment so much. I hate everything.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair. People are picking and choosing what is okay and what isn't okay, depending on their nostalgic feelings about it.
Revenge of the Nerds. Oh my God.
Fucking Animal House.
Revenge
Fucking
of the
Animal
Nerds.
House. Same
Here's the
thing.
deal. I don't hate this song. Okay, as the person with the vagina in the group, I don't hate this song. But what I will say is, just because men try to convince women to stay to have sex with them, and many men do that, doesn't mean that that's the right thing to do. Don't do that. Don't try to convince somebody to stay to fuck you. Vince, then you're not on the same page. Like, what's this say? I can't read it.
You're gonna have to read it.
Oh, you can't read it? Oh, okay. It's like, I really can't stay, baby. It's cold outside. I've got to go away, but baby, your tauntaun will freeze before it reaches the first marker. Then I'll see you in hell.
Again, I have no issues with this song. Who cares? It's a jingle from the past and whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, the fact that you're like SJWs, every guy convinces girls to fuck them. Yeah. Like,
I was gonna say, like, that's the thing. I don't think you convince somebody. You get them to be like, God damn, I'm really turned on by you. I would like to have sexual intercourse with you.
That's not a convincing. Like, you're
not convincing. I agree with you, Roxy.
But yeah, what Saul said in the chat, 4th or 5th date, and you're still trying to. You have 0 game. 4th or 5th date, and you're still like, but baby, like, come on.
Cold outside, baby. Come on, it's cold outside. I'll keep you warm. Like,
Liam donated $20.
Thank you, Liam.
You guys need to give Ryan a break. Unbelievable, every NFC East fan on here talking like their team is in first place.
Thank you.
I don't see any New York football Giants fans on here. Cowboys suck, Washington team sucks, and of course Eagles suck. Sorry, Ryan.
Thanks at the end there.
Wait a minute.
I am
clown.
not talking.
Wait a minute, you clown. We just beat the undefeated Steelers
With
in
a
their
backup
home.
quarterback.
We went above. What are you talking about?
It was glorious. No, I watched
with
it. It was
Alex
glorious.
Smith, our 3rd string quarterback at the beginning of the season. He led the victory over them. So the Giants won against Seahawks, sure, but the Seahawks have been suspect for the last few weeks. The Steelers have been getting it done. So our victory. So we can talk. That's why I'm not talking right now, because we actually have a shot at winning this damn thing, this damn division. Anyway, yeah. Well, look, we're at what, 600 now. We still need $400 if you want to hear Brett Sheridan sing.
I built this up too much. I built this up too much.
You're doing it. You're doing it.
You're in it.
You shut up and you're doing it. $400. That's all we need.
Hey, you just baby, it's cold outside at me. Stop it.
No way. I want to say
money.
I don't get it. It's just I get what people have turned that song into, but I have to tell you, I have never thought that song was about convincing someone to stay.
That's what
over
I'm
and have
saying,
sex.
John. That's
I
why
thought
I
it was
said
just someone to
15
convince
times.
someone to spend time with you.
Liam
and just
donated
hang out without sex.
$20.
John,
Donating another 20 to say Roku is a clown.
Thank you, Liam.
I completely agree.
That's not what your mom said last night.
As I
Anyway,
said,
go ahead.
Oh my God. Oh my.
As I said 15 times, I don't have an issue with the song. I had an issue with that comment. That's
Yeah, I agree with you. Yes, I agree with you.
The song.
I do love the Key and Peele sketch,
comment.
though. Watch the Key and Peele sketch.
Right.
It's pretty great.
If in the song she said, no, seriously, let me go, then that would have been and then he said no, exactly. That's a different story. But she's playful about it in the song, and it's just
seriously, untie me.
No, seriously, seriously, you're freaking me out. Let me leave. Then we canceled the song. I think.
That severed head in your fridge? Me, I don't want to have sex.
Yeah, exactly. Right. No means no. Let me leave. Then I think that's
of course.
That's
There's a difference between seduction and convincing someone to stay. There's a difference, people.
All guys convince women.
Not true at all.
By convince you mean like, you know, we have a good time. She's like, yo, again, this dude is sexy. I would like to have him be inside of me. If that's what you mean, sure. But if you're like, nah, but like real talk, I know you're not thinking about sex, but if you thought about it, and if I was like, but like if you thinking about it though, like, come on.
Now that I think about it though, there is one troublesome lyric, and that's say what's in this drink. I think there is. That's not a good line. That's the worst one. That's where it gets, I think. Yeah, like.
And he's like, it's, you know, Christmas cheer is in there. What do you mean?
Yeah, I just put brandy and eggnog. It's a typical drink. I mean, I don't know.
Jesus.
It's a summer.
Brandy and eggnog. That's a regular drink.
Admit it seriously. If you want to go, it's all right. I'm cool, but I'm just saying maybe if you want to stay, I don't know.
There was this really awesome person on TikTok, I will say, that duetted this song. Did you see? And like,
that
saying,
one was
I really can't stay. And he's like, no worries, get the fuck out if you want. I have to go home. I'm going to call you an Uber. I'll have to do that.
Yep. That was fire.
Conversation though. Like every year this comes up about this song, and it's just so fucking tired. I'm just so fucking tired of it. Like,
I agree. I think that it's totally fine. It's without the comment that came in.
Yeah. I think a worse lyric is, and I can't think of the song, but it's, but you, oh, damn it, Jake.
$20. The social justice version of that song was absolutely ridiculous.
Oh yeah, that was
got
terrible.
roasted, and rightfully so.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Oh, I didn't. What's that? What was that?
I think it was John Legend. I think it was John Legend who sang it.
It's trash. You don't need to remix the song. Just get rid of the song. Just be done with the song, and we good. Like it's fine. Like whatever. It doesn't matter.
What's the song that has but you can do the job while you're in town? Like their husband's away, but you can do the job.
Oh my God, I don't know that one.
Oh, hold on.
That one always bugged me. Look, I can't think of the song.
Wait, what is that?
I know exactly. You've got this fucking.
It's the Snowman's. Is it Frosty the Snowman?
Winter Wonderland. Winter Wonderland.
Yeah. Thank you. I was like, that's such a.
Wait, what is she saying? She's saying my husband's gone, but you.
No, she's not.
But it's.
He'll say, "Are you married?" We'll say, "No, man, but you can do the job."
Yeah, no, that's what it is. He'll say, "Are you married?" It's a no, man, but you can do the job while you're in town. That one I find trouble.
Oh, that's fair.
Do the
That's
job
actually
of what,
fair.
being my husband?
But I guess she's saying it, so I mean,
handling
I guess
the husband duties. Yeah.
All right.
Fair.
Alex, he was trying to get lit, fam. It's fine.
Trying to get seducted.
Guys, I need you to give more money so I can listen to Brett, and I have to get out of. I have a hard out.
Yeah.
So I need that money to actually get out.
Let's go, guys. We're at 647, so we're $350 away. Come on.
Oh,
come on. All right, go ahead.
All right, Matt Thomas says, "Dog, check Rocha. Want to thank the football team for taking down Pittsburgh. They just opened the door for the Browns to win the AFC North. If Pittsburgh trips up again versus the Colts or Bills, give my Browns their respect. Let's go, Dog Pound baby."
Let me do math for you. The Browns are 9-3. The Pittsburgh Steelers are 12-1. So they would have to lose 2 more times, and they still own the tiebreaker on the Browns. So we just got one. It's not going to help you win the division, for God's sakes. Don't be ridiculous. All right, next.
All right, next one from Evil John Madden. The other day, you guys cringed when Gina Carano got brought up. Did it become okay to bully someone for their thoughts? Who cares what someone thinks as long as they don't actively discriminate?
Oh my God.
I hate all New York sports, but as long as I don't punch the fans, it's okay.
Next.
Was this the
Crash
same
Panda.
person who tried to convince women to have sex with
Yeah,
them?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Kevin from Delaware says, "Please accept my apology. I did not mean to interrupt the advertisement. Sorry, so sorry."
Oh,
Kevin,
no.
don't sweat it.
Yeah, you're fine.
So sorry, Lex.
Thank you for the donation, though. Trash Panda says, so the Doc Ock news means that this live-action Spider-Verse could technically have 2 Venoms crossing paths?
Oh, you want to
Bring
back,
it on.
Do you want to bring back Topher Grace?
Please
yes, I
don't.
do. Thank you for asking.
Yes.
Please don't.
Yes,
Please don't.
do
Please
it.
don't.
Give
Please
me
don't.
all. I'm
Please,
all
please
about
don't.
it.
Please
Bring
don't.
on the chaos.
Please don't.
Worst Eddie Brock ever. No.
I want him in every movie ever. I love Amazing.
You say worst Eddie Brock ever like there's more than two.
No, I mean, like even in the comics, the different people who've taken on Eddie Brock. He's the worst of them all.
I think Topher Grace.
Do we think Kirsten Dunst is coming though? I mean, is this? I mean, like we haven't heard much of rumors or anything like that. Do you think Kirsten is next?
We'll see.
Well,
bring it all on. Literally bring the
becoming a god in
entire
Central
casting
Florida.
crew on.
Okay.
Bring back Bonnie to scream in a building. I'm about it.
Coffetta donated $350.
Holy
Jake. Thank you, Jake.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
it. You want anything else? Is that it? The War Pigs? Jake, you're the man.
Wow.
All right, where are we at, Ryan? Are we almost at 1,000?
We're
$3 away.
$3 away.
With $3, so somebody donate $3, we'll be good to
I
go.
love you. Thank you for doing this for
Thank
me.
you, Jake.
I'm gonna pee and check with my daughter and tell her that I'm gonna be loud here in a little bit.
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay, come back soon though.
Jake.
Take a break, Brett. Thank
I
you,
won't
Jake.
time you out for the rest of the day.
Jake is the best. Jake making miracles happen. You know what? This feels like an early Hanukkah present. Hanukkah is in 2 nights. The
No. My birthday is in 2 nights.
You want to take on all the Jews?
Look, y'all have this every year. You could have picked any other day. You had to pick my day to start your shit. Like, come on,
I mean,
man.
to be fair, Hanukkah was around before you were born.
Hey, no.
Just by a smidge.
Y'all didn't know. Black don't crack. You think Rocha old. Son, I was in the back. I was in the back of that temple like, yo, I hope that fucking lamp holds out, son.
Ooh, what are we hearing?
That was 1940s music,
Winston's
just because we were
old
talking
music.
about old stuff.
Oh, I like it. I was jamming. I was grooving. All right, cool.
Oh, wait.
Cuckoo.
Roxy,
Yeah.
what were your thoughts on people's imitations of you? I know you tweeted it. Who won yesterday? Who's the best imitator of you?
Well,
I
John,
thought Ben.
you didn't imitate me.
No,
though.
I can't do you. Ben and Sabra, Ben and Steph were great.
Well, you can call her Sabra.
I was
yeah,
ass.
I liked that Alex's entire interpretation of me was, I'm Roxy Striar.
You do say that a lot. You do say that
great.
a lot.
And then Ryan got the aggression in there too, though.
He did.
Did I have the
The
body
Boston
language
accent.
down?
What?
Did I have the body language down? I was doing like
You lean forward and stuff, which I do, and then you did also. I like
Microphone thing was great.
The
like to
microphone.
be the center of attention too, and so then you like got that across too by being like, I have something to say, everyone. So that was, you kind of nailed that. Yeah, but the Brett situation too, the back and forth with Steph was really good. It was a very, very good. You guys see me. You see me. It was very well done.
you're seen.
Thank you for asking.
All right, someone else who sees you is Ace Kennedy 23, who says, "What's up, SEN crew? Winston swag, salute outlaw. What up, bandit? Hey Alex. Hey Brett. What's up, Ryan the Last Jedi? And last but certainly not least, hello, Nurse Roxy the Goddess Striar."
Oh my God, Slay Bay, thanks. I am a nurse goddess.
Next one from 50 Shades of Geek. What did Yoda say when he saw himself in 4K for the first time? HDMI.
I heard
Not
that
as
one.
good as my voice, but okay.
I heard that one before.
Trash Panda is saying,
Two
since
Chili
me and
for
Pete...
my Willie donated $23.
We passed it.
What's your
Thank
thoughts on the
you.
actor who played Doc Ock in the OG Spider-Man trilogy showing up in the next Spider-Man? Think Sony is leaking too much?
Nope. Yes, I'm
Ryan
about
Payne
it.
donated $20. Can we at least get Brett impression John Voight while he sings? Also Rocha, you need to give us the smolder if you want the money. Hashtag swag, hashtag rockstars.
I think the smolder works anymore.
Soulless One donated $20. Kirsten Dunst could be the Peter B. Parker's MJ to Tobey's Peter B. Parker to the Into the Spider-Verse Peter B. Parker. Look at all the Into the Spider-Verse references.
I don't want Anaconda Brett singing. I just want Brett singing.
Yeah, I want like full blown Brett. When do we get to do it?
I'm worried about those high notes now. Jeez.
If we don't get you along here, I don't care about any of you anymore.
We'll do it at 11:50, just so we have some.
Okay, good. 11:50.
An 8-minute song.
How many more of these Streamlabs do we have?
If we get let's say 1,400, I'll do a couple verses as me, and then one as Elmo and one as Anaconda Brett.
What is how many
it's
more?
It's a pretty repetitive song. I don't think I'm going to do the 7-minute.
I know. How many more?
We got about 10 more. So
all right, let's burn through them real quick. Let's burn through.
All right, Trash Panda says, since me and PC are having this convo in the chat and y'all are talking 90s, what's everyone's favorite Beck song? Mine is Blue Moon. I know it's a recent one, but it's his best songwriting to date.
Huh. Are you guys big Beck? Are you big Beck people?
Yeah. I mean, I like Ramona. What's the one he did for Eternal Sunshine? I love that one. Strings That Tie to You. Strings That Tie to You. That's my favorite one.
Early Beck, the first one that dropped that was huge that I can't think of.
Loser?
Loser?
Yeah, Loser. Like all the songs on that album I burned out, but Mutations, which is a slower one, I always remember because that's what we'd like listen to with my son when we try to rock him to sleep. We'd listen to Beck Mutations. And I saw him live with my brother. My brother looked over and he
donated $25.
Oh, this is a good story.
It's almost here, the Schmoedown spectacular, and I'm so excited. Is the crew excited? Cyberpunk 2077?
Hell yeah.
Yes. Just real quick. And my brother didn't know much about Beck, and he goes, "Did you just see what the lead singer of Beck just did?" And I said, "You mean Beck?" And that was something I tease him about to this day. So there's.
What did he call him?
He said the lead singer of Beck. He thought the band was called Beck.
Yeah.
He just was going to be with his bro.
It's like saying the lead singer of Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yeah.
Hootie?
Yeah.
Come on.
No, I am not Hootie.
I get it. That's funny.
All right, let's keep going.
Next one from Patricia Metz. Hey guys, my Marine little brother is still trying to get a leave. He says he should be getting one soon. In 2020, I'm not getting my hopes up. Also, I love history, but I like modern conveniences. I'd pay to see videos someone else went back and took.
Okay.
A leave like from the army?
To come home for the holidays.
Oh, cool.
Also, you can go to the History Channel to see video of things from the past. Anyway, all right, go ahead, Marzoña, next.
All right, 50 Shades of Geek says, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Give a man a poison fish and you feed him for the rest of his life.
Ooh,
God. He's dead.
Oh,
That's
kind of savage. That's kind of savage.
That is savage. I don't like that.
If you put your tooth under your pillow on Christmas Eve, do Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy meet each other?
Good question. Good question.
The only part of your reflection you can lick is your tongue.
Oh.
Thank you very much for those 50 Shades of Geek.
Thank you for the shades.
All right, from Dip and
That's
Wipe.
actually really annoying.
What?
That I can't lick any other part of my reflection. That would be like wild.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. How do you do that? Yeah.
Wow.
Let's all just think about
literal
this,
mind blown.
Well,
think about it.
That's my favorite. My favorite TikTok is this white dude that does these things where he plays
exactly
like
what
the
you're
horror music
talking
and he
about.
walks up and he's like, don't you realize that when strippers are actually taking their clothes off, they're dressing for work? Oh, like and he does that in the mirror, like, and he'll do like 5 or 6 facts, and it's those same types of things. It's like, hey, you realize that you can only the only part of your reflection you can lick is your tongue? Ooh. Like that's they're really fucking funny, but I just oh man.
That's great. All right, let's keep
All right,
going.
next
Alex.
one from Dip and Wipe. Is there any chance Warner's ends up reversing this decision? Like if the first 2 movies that come out don't end up making them a lot of money, would they keep the rest just for theaters? Or would they still commit to the decision since they announced it?
I think they're committed. There's no going back at this point. The streaming services are where it's at right now, and they have to put it together. So, and there's no way Wonder Woman's not making any money, for God's sakes. They'll make money.
Yeah.
I definitely think there's a way that they don't stay with this decision.
Yeah?
Yeah, depending on what happens with Legendary, I think that could have a major influence on this. And also depending on what's going on in the pandemic,
think that people, when you're dealing with your own company, as long as legally you're allowed to change your mind, it is possible that they would change their mind. I don't think that they would just do it for that reason, but the legendary thing throws a major wrench in it.
It's a good point. Good point. All right, Alex, what's next?
50 Shades of Geek. I told my doctor that my back hurts when I wake up in the morning, so he told me to wake up in the afternoon.
Oh,
nice.
Wow, Ben would have liked that one. I'm bummed that he's gone.
Oh. Leonard Kim says, I wish I could offer more, but this is the best I got. Just wanted to wish you all a great day. Shout out to Roxy and the World Girls and all of their hard work. Also, there's too much NFC East talk, so let's inject some AFC East talk. Go Pats!
Yeah, baby.
For doing what? For throwing 69 yards? Come on now. Don't you miss me.
Dolphins winning that division. Oh, no, Bills are winning that division.
The Bills and then the Dolphins, and then the Pats will pull up third. They gotta hope they can get that wild card.
Wow.
All right, next one from 50 Shades of Geek. Any chance we can get Roxy on the Outlaw Nation show next week to talk about Hanukkah? The Outlaw Nation show usually goes live at 4 a.m. in Israel, but I'd happily stay up that late for that.
4 a.m. in Israel.
Roxy? I don't know. Maybe if we can work out our timing and our schedule. Roxy's been on
always happy
already.
to come on. So just depends on when and where. But yeah, John, let's talk offline about it.
I love it. I love it. Tonight, if you want, the Outlaw Nation show is at 5 o'clock tonight. Real quick plug where I'm watching our Cinephiles 200 episode documentary for the first time. They're doing a Q&A afterwards, and the director Steve Morris will join me as well. Just
damn.
All right.
How's your 25 Days of Christmas going?
It's not going well, Roxy. I'll be honest with you. It kicked the shit out of me, and I got sick over the weekend, so I didn't record them. So I'm gonna do 2 a day this week to catch up.
You okay?
Yeah. I was worried it was the COVIDs, but I'm fine.
Are you doing like a review, or you're just watching?
I'm just reviewing one Christmas movie every day, or Christmas special. I got the Mariah Carey Christmas special on tap. I watched that. And then I've got the Jingle Jangle coming up as well.
I thought I was giving you the hot tag and a good plug, and I really ended up outing you. I'm sorry, I didn't.
No, it's okay. I got no shame out.
Because I do something similar, but I don't review it. It's just for me personally. So props to you for you putting that forth like that.
Well, that's why I decorated the place out, man. Tricked it out.
Yeah.
Alex, next.
Hey Ben, I told my doctor my back hurts when I wake up in the morning, so he told me to wake up in the afternoon.
Oh.
Yeah, you missed that
damn
one.
it! This is purely because of Ben. Jesus Christ.
Yep. If every man can convince women to have sex with him, then how come I'm still a virgin? Oops, I think I said too much. Thank you, 50 Shades of Geek.
I mean,
I would 10 out of 10 times rather fuck a virgin than somebody who thought that it was cool to convince me to have sex with them. So
now that's a t-shirt.
Ordered up, Skybound.
Oh my goodness.
All
right, Haskell 420. Hey gang, thank you to everyone for my happy birthday wishes yesterday.
Yeah.
Be it on Twitter, my Facebook page, the post in the Schmoedown, and Media Sweaties Facebook groups, the various YouTube shows, hosts, the live chats, and super chats. You all made my birthday very special. Thank you.
Real quick, Haskell, I apologize. I didn't wish you happy birthday yesterday. I was a little distracted by some personal news in my life, so I want to say it right here to you. Happy belated birthday to Haskell 420. That's what's up.
Dude, I literally did not look at the screen on purpose so I could see. Jesus Christ, it's incredible.
It's incredible. It is incredible.
It's really good.
If you just look away, you really got it. It's so fucking wow. All right.
Thanks, bro.
Next.
All right. Jumping over to Super Chats. Chris Corcoran says, I said this in the chat a week ago, but I'll say it again. Gina's Mandalorian character's name should be changed to Karen Dune. Bernard Santos says, and they say that a hero can save us. I'm not gonna stand here and wait.
Ooh, that's what we need to bring back from Spider-Man, baby. Bring back Nickelback.
Yeah.
Bring back that song.
No, fuck that. Bring Alex Marzoña to sing that shit. Let's go.
I like it.
I asked my sister yesterday what her favorite band was, and she said Nickelback, and I literally almost spit out my tea. I was laughing so fucking hard. She was like, "What?" Because I forget that I'm so out of the industry when I'm in Boston. She was like, "What's wrong with Nickelback?" I was like, I don't even know how to start to explain.
How much time you got? Yeah.
Start on that.
It's just amazing. It's an amazing choice. Congratulations. Oh, that's great.
I would just have gotten up and walked out of the room.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Next one from Questin Fisher. Breaking news. Hollywood Reporter has now confirmed that Alfred Molina is returning as Doc Ock in Spider-Man 3.
No way.
Crazy, right? And then last one is from Johnny Patrizza. Regarding the Boba Fett spin-off. I'd rather see his story wrap up maybe like Arthur Morgan in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
I like that.
Huh.
I just bought that. At some point, God is going to teach me Twitch. I just bought it so I can play on it. So let's make it happen. Red Dead Redemption.
Absolutely.
All right, here's the deal for you all. Someone just mentioned Skybound. Skybound's Expo is happening live right now. You guys love the Schmoedown Entertainment Network. We are part of the Skybound Entertainment Network. So please go and watch that at Skybound's Expo. Like I said, it's happening live right now on the Skybound YouTube channel. And then there's going to be Dan's episode of All My Movies is going to premiere early this week on the Expo Live as well. So it's all happening here from Skybound Expo. Go and get involved. Go and watch all the content they're dropping there on the Skybound YouTube channel as well, and have a little fun, get to know some of the stuff that's going on in the world of Skybound Entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. All right, where are we at right now?
Spectacular this weekend too.
Yes, one more time. Spectacular 6 matches. Ben, you want to take it away?
Spectacular 6 matches, 4 belts on the line, guys. So it's $10 flat rate, or if you guys want to get in the $10 Patreon, where we put so much at that level, you guys, the $10 Patreon is where you want to be. Schmoedown, patreon.com/Schmoedown, not the Schmoedown, patreon.com/Schmoedown. Make sure you guys get on that. All these matches, like, I don't want to say they're all toss-ups because there are some GOAT level people playing, but the way all the challengers have gotten to these matches is just nothing short of literally spectacular. So I can't wait for this weekend.
It's gonna be huge.
Huge.
Guys, I want to hear Brett. All right,
let's do it, Brett.
This song is so repetitive, and I
just sing it, you son of a bitch.
I'm gonna do it. You guys have just remind me never to mention any stories about singing and auditioning ever again.
We're gonna make you sing Beck next.
You can share your audio.
Okay, so I'm gonna share my audio, which I know how to do. We've worked this out all ahead of time. I'm not stalling at all.
I believe in you,
my
Brett.
Audio settings. I'm going to advanced.
Thank you to
Like
every
the
person.
video while you're waiting.
Oh,
everybody like the video.
You're hitting share.
Yeah.
You're hitting share screen, but you're doing advanced.
Share computer sound.
Thank you to everyone who donated to make this happen.
Thank you
so
much to everybody.
Did you hit
Computer
okay?
sound only. Share.
There it is. You're good.
All right, and me. Okay, this is I'm so nervous. I've never been so nervous about anything. I gotta stop. It has like a 30-minute opening, so. Is that loud enough?
Yes. Fuck yeah.
Oh, here we go. Let's try to find Here we go. No. Politicians hide themselves away. They only started the war. Why should they go out and fight? They leave that role to the poor. Yeah! I think that's enough, right?
No!
Oh, get out of here!
7 minutes.
Oh my God. Time will tell on their power minds, making war just for fun, treating people just like pawns and chess. Wait till the judgment day comes. Yeah. Oh, so many interludes in this song. It's a long one. I'm telling you. I know it's sharp. A lot of people are. No, nobody's.
Sharp.
Now in darkness, world stops turning. Ashes where the body's burning. We'll take it down. No more war pigs have the power.
Oh, talk to me.
Hand of God has struck the hour. Day of judgment, God is calling. On the knees, the war pigs crawling. begging mercies for their sins. Satan laughing spreads his wings. Oh, Lord, yeah. That's about it, I think. That's not
Yeah.
I'll turn it down.
All right, now rewind and do the whole thing as Elmo.
Yes, yes.
That is the closest I have felt to being at a concert in months.
Wow.
Fire, bro.
That was awesome.
Fire, bro.
Fucking love this. Almost pulled up my weight, started listening. I love that fucking song.
Right?
So much.
God, dude. Brett, that was so good.
That was really good, dude.
Yeah, it was
That was
all right.
great.
It was a little pitchy in a few places. Come back next year, practice.
It is an interesting selection.
You're going to
Ren.
Hollywood.
Well, I just did it because you had to. It was like you do 30 seconds of a song. They always give you just like this tightest little thing, and it was, again, I was younger, and I felt it showed a little bit of a range, and it
great.
felt renty.
No
Yeah. So what part of the song did you do for your audition, Brett? Because I know like there's such few, like it's a very musical song.
I just did the first, I just did it a cappella, just like the first,
Wow.
Oh wow.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, a couple of
Acapella,
verses.
no less.
Yeah.
What
You
other-
didn't get to have
Chat?
music with you or anything, so it was just like, and they wanted just kind of raw, like not necessarily like super great, but just rock and roll kind of.
Just wanted it raw.
Style. Yeah, and they wanted to rock, and I was like, I love to rock.
Different time.
But I'm
Brett, what
legit.
other? Did you have any other audition songs that you had?
Well, no, then we had to
The bank?
sing like America the Beautiful or something, or the national anthem or so, and it was
Yeah.
like, what? Okay, but no, I legit was like, God, that sucked, and I was almost out the door of this place, and somebody grabbed me and said, come back in.
Were you sitting on the edge of the stage with a pen doing?
That must have been a good audition if at a cattle call someone still stopped you from leaving.
Yeah,
That's
it
true.
was weird.
It's true.
Yeah, it was
Showed
weird.
volumes.
Dude, you
And,
fucking killed it.
Yeah,
Really
it was
killed it.
Just think if I would have gotten that.
All right. Do we have any more Streaming Love Super Chats before we wrap this thing up here, my man?
Let me refresh real quick and let me
I
check.
was gonna say, Ryan, I don't think we got numbers
Yeah,
right.
I'm still
I was gonna
shaking
say,
from that
broke
performance.
the records.
Rion.
All right, Chris Corcoran says. Chris Corcoran says these last few weeks are going to be hell with all my finals. Thankfully, you guys help me get through all the stress these days. Thank you for all you guys do.
You're gonna
Thank
be
you very
fine,
much,
Chris.
Chris Corcoran.
Yeah,
You'll
you're
kill
gonna
it.
be fine,
You'll
Chris.
kill it. You'll kill it. You'll
Got
kill
it,
it.
babe.
Yeah.
Guys, Christian's not going to fire any of us after this show.
Wow.
Yay!
Yep. And then we'll start all over again tomorrow. we are the Prometheus of shows. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Alex.
Oh, that was all for today.
That's it. All right, fuck
That
it.
was
Let's
all.
wrap it up. We did yeoman's work today. We did a hell of a job today. Everybody was fantastic. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of SEN Live, and thank you so much to all of you who donated. We broke through that 1,000 mark like a mother effer, and Brett delivered a fantastic rendition of War Pigs by the Black Sabbath. Convinced me even more that Black Sabbath is the choice over Metallica. Thank you to Winston A. Marshall. The A stands for quality. Find him everywhere. Bullards in the Hood. Thank you to Roxy Striar doing her World Girls thing and her own thing, her own show every day. Thank you to Ryan Nilsen, who handles everything tech on this show. Thank you to Ben Goddard, who's been killing Twitch like crazy, building his own empire himself. And thank you to Brett Sheridan. Look at those golden-throated pipes of his. That's fantastic. Brett doing his thing. Of course, you guys got a play date, you and Kate, on Friday. You guys are going to have a little fun with that. And then Alex Marzoña, who has his album out now for people to purchase and enjoy. Give them all some love. And, of course, as we said, the Skybound Expo happening right now. Go and enjoy that. And Schmoedown Spectacular on Saturday. Don't forget. All right, hit the music, Ryan. Let's get the hell out of here. Roxy has a heart out. Let's go.
It's been playing. It's been playing.
It's
Sorry.
been playing. I can't hear it. I can't hear it at all.
It's because Brett had the audio.
Oh, there we
Sorry
go.
about
All
that,
right,
guys.
well, thanks everybody for joining us. We love you
Did you
so
text
much.
me?
Hope we picked up your spirits for this Monday, this Tuesday morning, afternoon, and evening. Hope we picked your spirits up. Share the video, like the video, subscribe to SEN Network, and come back and see us tomorrow, 10 a.m. PT, here on SEN Live.